6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including ATL FM in Cape Coast, Might FM Tamale, Biwa Radio in Yendi and Inkligi FM in Bole. Get radio, TV and online content on the manjoonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, minority in parliament demands investigations into activities of waste management company Zoomlion following findings by the Public Accounts Committee that it engaged in several irregularities in its dealings with district assemblies.
We were given full assurance by the majority leader and leader of government business. Perhaps before we rise on the 22nd of December, which is next week, this committee will.
The Electoral Commission says it is ready to conduct elections in more than 38,000 polling stations across the country on Tuesday, including conflict areas Boku and Nkwanta. And later, brace yourself for an increase in the price of fish this Christmas. That's the warning by the minority, as they say scarcity of premix fuel and other factors is about to force up the price of fish.
Now that we are moving into the Christmas festivities, where a lot of families will be consuming fish, the price of fish is likely to go up during the festivities because the demand will rise.
And in business,
more financial experts join calls for government to accept lengthy repayment plan of debt owed China to help the country access the $600 million IMF second tranche on time. We have details on the Joy Business Report.
And the U.S. House of Representatives votes to authorize inquiry into a possible impeachment of President Joe Biden.
5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
These and more here with me, Fred Smith. This is Joy News, independent, fearless, and credible journalism. We start from Parliament, where the minority is demanding the creation of a committee to probe waste management company Zoomlion following recommendations of the Public Accounts Committee, citing the company for several irregularities in their dealings with district assemblies. According to the committee's report, Zoomlion was paid some monies by the District Assembly's Common Fund for the supply of some equipment, but the company did not supply the equipment, contrary to law. Member of the committee, Roxanne Nelson Dafiamepo, says the major problem is deduction of the monies for the company at source.
The deductions are actually effected at source. So the assemblies do not exercise control. And that is what people think that it should be checked. If there are any deductions to be made, send the money to the assembly and let the assemblies effect the deduction first. The work that has been done and verified.
Meanwhile, former minority leader Haruna Idrisu wants the state and parliament in particular to do more for sanitation workers with Zoomlion. Haruna Idrisu explains that it does not make sense for the state to pay Zoomlion around 800 cedis for each sanitation worker, but the workers receive less than 300 cedis of that amount. He wants government to directly pay the Zoomlion sanitation workers.
Still on Zoomlion, when we passed the Youth Employment Act, and leader will recall even some of the negotiations in his office, we said that separate beneficiary allowances from service charges. Zoomlion is a service provider. Let Common Fund and the state pay him as a private contractor engaged to provide sanitation. But when you give him 800 and beneficiaries end up getting 200 or 250, I do not think that that is neat enough or good enough.
We stay in Parliament, and the minority there is warning there will be a significant hike in the price of fish this festive period due to a myriad of factors, mainly the scarcity of premix fuel. Contributing to the debate on the approval of the budget for the Fisheries Ministry, minority spokesperson on Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku explained that fishermen have been struggling to access premix fuel over the last few months.
The only explanation the ministry gave was that suppliers are unwilling to supply the premix because of the forest losses. Mr. Speaker, the food inflation we are witnessing is partly being driven by prices of fish in our country, and it is an issue that must be addressed urgently, especially now that we are moving into the Christmas festivities, where a lot of families will be consuming fish. The price of fish is likely to go up during the festivities because the demand will rise.
Meanwhile, Eric Opoku says the 2021 Best Fisherman has still not received his award of a 2-bedroom house, and the Fisheries Ministry is now requesting additional funds from Parliament to construct the house.
In 2021, the best fish farmer was to be given 2-bedroom house. As we speak, the house has not been completed. And the ministry is now asking for 500,000 Ghana cedis to be able to complete the building and then hand it over to the best fish farmer.
But in a response, Fisheries Minister Hawa Kumsin explained that the delay in awarding the fisherman with his 2-bedroom house was due to some investigation conducted into the award. Now, the Electoral Commission says it is ready to conduct elections in more than 38,000 polling stations across the country, including conflict areas Boku and Nkwanta. Deputy Commissioner in charge of Corporate Services, Dr. Bosman Asari, says they have the assurance of all the security agencies to provide adequate protection on the day of the elections and will only change their decision when they get a contrary report. Here are excerpts of his interview with my colleague Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson.
We are not experts when it comes to security. We work with the Ghana Police Service under the Election Security Task Force. And as we speak now, we haven't received information to the effect that we cannot have elections in the OT area. No information like that has come out, and come Tuesday, all the 38,315 polling stations are going to have their elections.
Including conflict areas.
Including conflict areas. Because we've never had any information to the contrary. If we hear the information, let's say Boko, so if we hear anything or we receive any credible information to that effect, we are going to advise ourselves.
Meanwhile, the EC has set an ambitious target of 60% voter turnout in various districts, which is even higher than the expectations of the local government ministry, which is targeting 50%. Listen to Dr. Bosman Asare.
But this time, based on the feedback we are getting from the commercials we are running for the electoral areas, the information coming to us is that the enthusiasm level is very, very high. People are participating in their numbers. So we are also looking at something between 50 to 60%.
Wow.
And as a commission, we think that many Ghanaians are interested in the process, and the measures we've also put in place should be able to ensure that people come out in their numbers.
The concern is also that.
I heard Dr. Bosman Asari there in that conversation with my colleague Mami Esi Nyamiche Thompson. Well, in the United States, the House of Representatives has voted to formalize its impeachment inquiry against President Joe Biden. Lawmakers voted along party lines to back a resolution that Republicans say will give them more power to gather evidence and enforce legal demands. 3 Republican-led House committees alleged bribery and corruption during Mr. Biden's tenure as vice president, but they are yet to present evidence of wrongdoing, and Mr. Biden says his opponents are attacking him with lies. Here's House Speaker Mike Johnson.
5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on the motion of the gentlewoman from North Carolina, Ms. Fox, to suspend the rules and agree to House Resolution 927, on which the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title.
House Resolution 927, resolution condemning anti-Semitism on university campuses and the testimony of university presidents in the House Committee on Education and the Workforce.
The question is, will the House suspend the rules and agree to the resolution? Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
Well, you had the excerpts of the vote on the Joe Biden impeachment inquiry. And to technology, ever left home wondering if you switched off the lights or fans? The anxiety of forgotten appliances is universal. But what if there was a solution right at your fingertips to control this? Well, enter the innovative technology crafted by students at Academic City University, designed to remotely manage your home's electricity with a single tap. Caleb Ziblim has our Tech Thursday today.
When leaving home, that moment of doubt always hit. Did I turn off something? Is worse with electrical gadget like leaving the iron on. Then there's electricity bill anxiety. In Ghana, power outages are common. Academic City University students have a solution for this situation right at your fingertips.
My name is Emanuela Udia. This project seems to enhance efficiency and convenience for our users with our app or our website. All you have to do is just with the tap of a button, your light comes on and your fan comes on. Same goes for turning it off as well, and it's that simple.
Emanuela and her friends first conceived the idea to assist their school security guards in remotely turning off lights and fans left on in the classrooms. The group aims to make their technology a solution to save energy and cut down on bills for everyone.
This project is going to be a very good way to solve the energy crisis we're facing today. We want to see energy saved, especially electrical energy.
I had Caleb Ziblin with our Tech Thursday. And that's it for the news at 6. There's more at myjoyonline.com. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
You know your Papa see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Chairman Omani. Chairman. Hey, Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At Absa, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply.
It is your time to vote for your assembly members and unit committee members. So get involved and vote. It's a civic duty required of you as a Ghanaian. So get involved and vote.
A message from the National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE.
Where for Shikibe? Where for Shikibe? Where for Shikibe? Yanko to a problem. Yanko to a bad problem. Yanko to a bad problem. Yanko to a bad problem. Me ato mi vedako. Mi vedako. Mi ato mi vedako. Muje Zakoria. Muje Zakoria. Zakoria. Yehodo. It is your time to vote for your assembly members and unit committee members. So get involved and vote.
A message from the National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244-335-168, Kumasi 0505-555-666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And APSA Mortgage. Coming up is the Joy Business Report brought to us by Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world. And Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. Agbafu.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good, you?
Oh, as you can see, God is still taking care of his children. We can't complain. We have only 11 days to Christmas.
11 days more.
And 20 days to the end of the year means we get to make it into 2024. And we can only be glad and we can only be grateful to God Almighty for how far.
And here's how you know the Christmas season is here. Hamatan.
Yesterday I actually got to work. It wasn't dry. And then we finished the show.
Uh-huh.
I step out and
then
all of a sudden,
changed.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's happening here? Anyway. So it means that we're very close to Christmas now. We'll find a way of celebrating the Christmas. But this morning we have lots of important conversations on the Super Morning Show, starting with this.
I will direct that the Ministry of Health and that of Energy should work together to find a lasting solution with regards to our hospitals in relation to their electricity bill. Hospitals are considered to be essential facilities and they should not experience power cuts.
It's about human life. The earlier this policy is reversed, this new policy we started June 2023, which is alien to our country. Since independence, we have never had this policy. It's so alien to our country. It must be reversed. The health minister must come and tell us why they introduced this policy.
So we know that in June this year, there was a policy that said that hospitals should pay their electricity bills using internally generated funds. Now, that's generated a lot of debate in Parliament, and you had Member of Parliament for North Tongue saying that should be reversed and not the right thing. We want to ask a few questions. We have a few questions that we want to ask. So, first of all, how much do these hospitals, on the average, earn as part of their IGF? How much is their power consumption annually on the average? Can the IGF be used to pay these tariffs and also be used for recurrent expenditure or other expenditure, for instance? So we're asking that simple question. Is this the right policy?
And how do you expect the hospitals to run if they're using their IGFs for this?
Well, that's a very important question, but of course that's the directive to the hospitals now, so we get into that aspect of the conversation here on the Super Morning Show. What also coming up this morning here on the Super Morning Show?
A private contractor engaged to provide sanitation. But when you give him 800 and beneficiaries end up getting 200 or 250, I do not think that is neat enough or good enough.
The recommendation of the committee is that the administrator of the common fund stop the deduction that goes to Zoomlion till the outstanding services are rendered and verified by the assembly.
Zoomlion in the news again. And this time around, you have a former minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, raising the point again that how can you be paid 800 Ghana cedis and you pay beneficiaries of that scheme, those who actually do the work, 200, 250 Ghana cedis.
In this modern Ghana.
In this modern Ghana.
Hey.
And also, according to the Public Accounts Committee, funds were released to them for the supply of equipment, which they haven't done. So they've directed the Public Accounts Committee to stop payments to Zoomlion. Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show as we get into all of these and more this morning on the Super Morning Show. But of course, we're also going to talk about Ghana's lithium deal. Is this the best? Could we have had a better deal? Well, stay with us as we break it all down.
On the plate.
Come again?
I'm saying there are so many things on the plate.
Of course, lots of issues to discuss this morning. But now time for the Joy Business Report.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, more financial experts join calls for government to accept lengthy repayment plan of debt owed China to help the country access the $600 million IMF second tranche funding on time. Also, China throws up fresh concerns on proposed repayment plans of Ghana's debt. Plus, new report by IC Research forecasts Ghana could end the year with inflation of 27.3% plus or minus 1%. Details coming up. Thanks for being with us. My name is Daryl Kwao. Hello to our friends listening on KTU Radio in Koforidua. Now, inflation could close the year at a rate of 27.3% plus or minus 1%. That's forecast by research firm IC Research. It adds that headline inflation would outperform the government's upper target of 31.4% and the central target of 29.4%. Here's more.
Inflation will continue its downturn with a non-linear trend. According to IC Research, the pace of disinflation in the second half of 2023 has been helped by favorable base effects, moderation in food price pressures, diminishing impact of earlier tax hikes, and post-January 2023 slowdown in the cedi's depreciation. It also attributed the disinflation trend to the appropriately tight monetary policy stance, which includes the elimination of the central bank's financing of the Treasury's budget deficit. In 2024, it expects the declining momentum of inflation to continue with the prevailing tight monetary stance and the ongoing International Monetary Fund program as key policy anchors. However, it expects an upside detour in March 2024, mainly due to an unfavorable base drift effect given the unexpected decline in the consumer price index level in March 2023.
And that was a business desk report. The IC Research's forecast, inflation forecast. Meanwhile, the Ghana Statistical Service would announce the November 2023 inflation later today. Now, China has raised concerns about the proposed terms on restructuring of loans granted Ghana. This could impact the time that Ghana is expected to secure the second tranche of IMF's cash disbursement. George Afi has more.
This is one of several issues that has come up during the latest round of meetings at the official creditor committee level, co-chaired by France and China. Based on the engagement that Joy Business has had with persons with knowledge of these meetings, China is making a strong case for the proposed cuts on interest to be paid on these debts to be shared fairly. This is to ensure that the proposed debt treatment terms is the same for all the European countries that Ghana is indebted, as well as the multilateral institutions. There are also concerns about how the debt sustainability analysis was carried out, which formed the basis for the bilateral debt treatment. China has also argued that based on Ghana's improved economic position, some fresh debt sustainability analysis should be carried out. Joy Business understands that China is even carrying out its own debt sustainability analysis, which may influence any fresh proposals that could be tabled soon. All these developments earlier forced the IMF to reschedule Ghana's board meeting to some few days before the end of this year. But based on these fresh developments, could Ghana miss out on getting the second tranche of IMF cash before the end of this year? Well, time will tell. But things are now looking very difficult.
George Afi with that report. Still on debt restructuring with China, finance professor at the Andrews University in the US, Williams Prepara, has advised government to negotiate a lengthy repayment deal with Chinese authorities on external debt. According to him, China is not known to cut interest payments on debts as it moves to influence its geopolitical presence across the world. Professor Prepara says time may run out for government if it does not opt for a lengthy debt repayment structure.
Government should rather possibly negotiate for lengthening the repayment period, the maturity periods. But it's not certain that the Chinese are going to give us a haircut of the expected 20 to 40% that the finance minister mentioned. Because as I've mentioned, they are not interested in that because they fear that when they do that, it's really going to bring in a lot of countries asking for similar treatment.
You had Associate Professor of Finance at the Andrews University in the US, Williams Pippa there. Now, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, is asking commercial banks to be heavy on investments for cybersecurity to support the operations. He points out that cybersecurity issues have been a threat to the financial sector in recent times. He was speaking at the launch of GCB Bank PLC's recoded mobile app.
Cyber risks, including cyber attacks and data breaches, are prevalent, and customers who use such digitized products are also increasingly wary of fraudsters and scammers. To this end, banks must improve on their cybersecurity infrastructure to enhance resilience against such cyber attacks. Most importantly, financial education and awareness is crucial in protecting banks and customers from cyber attacks.
And that was Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Ernest Addison, speaking at the launch of GCB's recorded mobile app. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority says it is intensifying moves to ensure all taxpayers comply with the value-added tax law as the year comes to a close. Chief Revenue Officer John Yabuabing, who led an enforcement team of Accra South GRA to arrest some shop owners in Accra, issued a caution that defaulting taxpayers doing business during the peak season will be dealt with accordingly.
The special enforcement exercise was carried out at the Accra South area, where popular merchandise and wholesale shop Oforimati Enterprises was closed down and owner arrested for selective issuance of value-added tax invoice. K-Cran, dealers in iron rods on the Spintex Road were also picked up by the team for not registering for the VAT invoice. Head of the Accra South Area Enforcement and Compliance Team, John Yabuabin, has been speaking to journalists after the exercise.
They don't issue the VAT invoice. They do highly selective issuance of tax invoice. Even then, it's a problem. So revenue is highly at risk.
Yabuabin warned businesses to ensure full compliance or face the wrath of the GRA during the festive season.
This is only just one area. There are other areas which the officers would also intensify the activities, because during this season we know there are a lot of violations. So it is a kind advice to all taxpayers who have registered that they should issue the tax invoice, because we realize revenue is highly leaking.
The Criminal Investigation Department is expected to process the defaulting companies to court as soon as possible.
The Ghana Tourism Authority and the Ghana Heritage Committee have launched the implementation plan of the multi-stakeholder heritage strategic framework, which is aimed at protecting and preserving Ghana's heritage resources. According to the chairman of the committee, Professor Kojo Gavwa, the country has not effectively harnessed its cultural heritage, which could contribute to the development of various sectors of the economy.
The framework is not just for the consumption of ministries, departments and agencies. It's for Ghana at large, because we realize that we have not been harnessing aspects of our culture and heritage, which must be the basis for development planning and action. This is what will give us an identity as a people and also ensure that we protect our sovereignty as a nation.
Chairman of the Technical Committee of the Ghana Heritage Committee, Professor Kojo Gavwa. Now, as part of its corporate social responsibility, Serene Insurance has reiterated its commitment to ensuring sound mental health of patients of the Accra Psychiatric Hospital. According to its Chief Executive, Nakoshi Bwampong, ensuring a sound mental well-being is crucial for business continuity. She spoke at a carol service organized by the firm, where assorted items were donated to the Accra Psychiatric Hospital.
Our company, Serene Insurance Limited, has always believed in the power of giving back to our communities. Today, we have come together not only to celebrate the season of joy and love, but also to fulfill our social responsibility towards our immediate community. As we stand within the walls of the psychiatric hospital, we acknowledge the importance of providing support and care to those in need. Mental health is crucial to our overall well-being.
The facelift of the Accra Psychiatric Hospital and items donated were to the tune of 200,000 cedis. Now, on Investor Eye today, you can always be curious and skeptical and ask more questions when you are offered investment products that appear suspicious. More importantly, always check from the website of a financial regulator such as the Securities and Exchange Commission or the Bank of Ghana when you are offered high returns on investments. Let's listen to Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Reverend Daniel Ogbami Tete.
is whether you appreciate the risk return characteristics of the product. Because risk, I like to say, is the ever-present guest when it comes to investing. And there's always a trade-off. The principle is that the higher the return, the higher the risk, and vice versa. Unfortunately, people like to chase returns and they lose sight of the fact that there's a trade-off. So again, you must ask yourself, do I understand the trade-off between risk and return where this particular product is concerned? That would help you also to make a decision, because if the risk is more than you are willing or able to take, then you advise yourself. Okay, so that is very important.
And that was Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Reverend Daniel Tete. Investor Eye returns next week. Let's check the markets as we conclude. We're beginning with the commodity market. Crude oil increased marginally to $74 a barrel. Gold is selling at $2,031 an ounce after going up by almost $4. Cocoa gained $20 from yesterday's trading to open this morning at $4,255 a ton. On the currency market, here's how we are faring. The dollar going for 12 cedis 18 pesos. That's on the retail market. The pound going for 15 cedis 23 pesos, and the euro going for 12 cedis 93 pesos. More news on our website myjoyonline.com/business, and it's back to Winston with more of the Super Morning Show.
Thank you very much, Darryl Kwao. Hey, 12 cities, 18 pesos.
Yep.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much. I see that fuel prices have been reduced at the pump.
Oh, nice.
I think I saw one of the oil marketing companies reducing it from 12.8 to 12.7 for super. So
some good news.
Some good news there. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Time now for our inspirational song for today, brought to us by Duraplus Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes and water tank, the only water storage tank with a level indicator. Where Duraplus goes, water flows. And is Ed Sheeran and Elton John with Merry Christmas. I love this one.
Build a
Morning show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Well, that's our inspirational song for today.
Ago in Bethlehem,
Merry Christmas.
So the Holy Bible.
Sami Odame, that's DJ Sami Odame. He's not singing.
No, but I like that song. I like the fact that it's actually the background song for the conversation.
Sami says he wants to give it to us.
Hark now, hear the angels sing, new kings born.
Okay, so earlier you heard, Ed Sheeran and Elton John with Merry Christmas. I love that song. It's a great one. That's a Christmas song, not a carol, Mama.
Let me breathe small.
You want to do what?
It's not my fault, eh?
You want to what?
Sometimes it's difficult. If it's a carol,
Mama,
if it's a
you want
Christmas
to
song.
breathe or breathe or what?
Why are you coming to use me to say it right?
I can just use you.
I want to do drive safe.
Please, let's get to our drive safe campaign.
Our campaign is brought to you by Joy News and Multimedia Group and proudly supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Or before I go to the tip, if you're driving on the Amasaman stretch to Pokwase, please call your boss. Tell your boss you will be late before you are actually late. The traffic is insane this morning. But today our drive safe tip is that in an emergency every second counts. So when a driver hears a siren, he or she must be sure to pull off to the other side of the road to allow the ambulance, it could be a police vehicle or a fire truck, to pass. That's your drive safe tip this morning. Please drive safe.
Let's learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done. You say either, I say either.
So on today's Say It Right, Mamavi says, oh, that's something she knows.
It's not true.
EDUCATE.
Say it.
Educate.
Hey, that's not what you've been saying here. We hear you every day.
I brought this because a lot of people would say educate, educate. In fact, some people say education. But if you want to say it right, educate, education. Don't be tempted because you see a D there, automatically becomes educate. I've always insisted the English phonetic system is illogical. So that's how you say it right. Yes, Mr. Akko, you had
since we are in education, tomorrow you do classroom. It's also a very popular.
Which one?
Is it for your benefits?
Classroom.
Your personal benefits?
And what?
Classroom.
Well, you see, Raymond, the
that one there, it's not
the classroom or classroom thing. I've told you before that Akan doesn't have L in it. The only Akan group with L is Gomoa, and I've made this point over and over again. But in Gomoa is used in free variation. What it means is that you can change the sound and the meaning remains the same.
Okay.
So mele, mide, mese, it's the same thing. If you just remove the sound, it's the same thing. But because you have no L in Akan, and L, and the production is similar, they change it. So my difficulty is how somebody would actually see R and pronounce it as L, because there's no L in Akan anyway. But that's a confusion that we'll discuss another day.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at sea, if I'm negotiating a few things with Sami Odami. You know, I have a presentation at a conference, the Financial Innovation and Enterprise Conference.
The way you are negotiating it on air, I know it will be shut down by all means.
Anyways, let's get into our newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tank. You're strong, you're tough. And My Way is Simple Life Insurance by My Life and MTN Momo. Dial *165# on MTN to join My Way today. And the Royal Cozy Hills Hotel, Drapa, Dubai, your ultimate destination for luxury and adventure. But before we get into the papers, I want us to look at something, because there's been a discussion in Parliament where the minority is asking the Minister of Health and the Minister of Energy to reverse the policy that says hospitals must use their internally generated funds to pay their electricity bills. Let's listen.
It's about human life. The earlier this policy is reversed, this new policy we started June 2023, which is alien to our country. Since independence, we have never had this policy. It's so alien to our country. It must be reversed. The health minister must come and tell us why they introduced this policy.
I will direct that the Ministry of Health and that of Energy should work together to find a lasting solution with regards to our hospitals in relation to their electricity bill. Hospitals are considered to be essential facilities and they should not experience power cut.
So there you have it. That's a discussion that ensued in Parliament yesterday, Raymond.
Yes, it is true. I remember some time ago when we were even engaged in our IMF program, we exempted two main sectors, education and health, for very particular reasons, especially when it came to the job rationalization policies that we had in place. The reasons were that these are so critical sectors that if you toil with them, you are dealing with lives and the development of your country. Why we had to do the opposite for hospitals is a bit confusing, but you would understand. On one side, the issue to do with power has become such a big issue that our inability to pay is always a big problem. First, it was ministries, departments, and agencies that were the main problems, that they were not paying even though they were telling us all the time to pay. So somebody had to make up for it. But if you have a country where out of the 10 people that consume power, 5 do not pay at all, that is problematic. That is a bit confusing. We cannot use that, however, as an excuse to say if Rara District Hospital cannot raise enough money, the people should die in the hospital. Already, we know that some of our facilities are not up to the standard that many people would have preferred. Imagine a chips compound somewhere where in the upper west region, and you're asking that chips compound because it cannot raise enough money to actually pay. It should actually shut down, or it will not have power when this is life or death matter. Please, I mean, of all the things you ought to incur debt on, this is a holy, it is a godly debt that nobody should make it look like this is where we are learning prudence. The prudence we can start from other places that we are abusing the resources in so many nice ways. So I agree perfectly with the members of parliament who are saying, please, there's a reason why since independence we have deliberately not made hospitals do the payments out of IGF. It is because we are not sure they are raising enough money. Maybe the Kolebus and the Confanoches of this world are the ones raising enough money, but we cannot compare that to other institutions across the country. Some are barely surviving. It is this company and the fund that raised money to go and buy surgical lights.
Lamps for
yes.
our West District Hospital.
Think about it.
Yeah.
If they cannot buy surgical lamps, what makes you think that they can raise enough money every time? Because in the hospital, they are just comparing the two, consumables or saving somebody's life. And making those decisions require that they are done in so short a time that if you take power out of it, really, what are you doing to
Raymond,
us?
and you see, to even help your point, the surgical lamp was 30,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
30,000 Ghana cedis. And the district hospital could not afford it. It tells you the competing interests. Or the competing expenditure. So in this case, a district hospital, not a health center, not a CHIPS compound, could not afford 30,000 Ghana cedis. Because it is a hospital, their lights must be on 24 hours a day. Can they pay? What I want us to do, look at the facilities that can pay. I'm not going to say don't do this at all. For the hospitals that can pay, like the teaching hospitals that can pay, some of which are gauging these kind of expenditure that we have problems with, some of which we know the facilities, some of which there are a lot of corrupt practices going on there, because even services that can be provided by the hospital is provided by private facilities because persons want to benefit from it. You can correct all of these things and make sure that they pay their own electricity bills. but not all district hospitals can pay their electricity bill. So don't start a policy wholesale. All of you go and pay your bills. It doesn't. And you see, this is what we do. And hospitals will begin to charge people more
at the point of service delivery.
At the point of service, and the people
defeating the entire NHIS system.
It defeats the whole NHIS system. There would be a subtle return of cash and carry, and then we'll start sacking medical directors and administrators, saying
that's the main problem.
I see that's the problem, but that is not the problem because you have made it difficult for them.
Yeah, I remember when this issue came up, the faith-based churches said, for instance, that they have no avenues to raise funds. And some of the hospitals, not even faith-based, said that already it takes about 5 years for them to complete their payment to the power producers. It takes such a long time for them to even settle their bills. And you're asking them to pay from the revenue that they generate internally, that not all of them can generate enough revenue. Fundamentally, we all have we have a right to access to quality and equitable healthcare delivery in the country. And such a directive, we all know, considering the fact that we know that not all the facilities can generate enough funds, there will be an issue here.
And at the top of it, it also disproportionately affects the poor. Because if you can't put money out of your pocket to pay, we know the areas where the hospitals cannot pay and we know that people who have to access these facilities. We are basically denying the poor in our republic the social protection we should get from health.
There was a suggestion, though, that you could review the NHIS tariffs, for instance, and you could make up for some of these things. I think it's just like you're putting a Infantipim school on a postpaid or prepaid. Which one? You pay before you access. Prepaid. It's the same. See, we've come here. So are you saying that all students should also contribute and settle the bills of hospitals who cannot generate enough funds? See, when you stretch the arguments, and I'm not even stretching this.
Okay,
this is where it gets.
Let's get into the papers, because where we are going
rough road.
Let's get into the papers.
I'm just saying, fix the fundamentals. You see, then we will not come back to this conversation. It's same.
Let's go.
Please, can I do the Ghanaian
Please, let's do the papers.
The way that this one they are brought. Government plots new anti-corruption action plan in the first quarter of 2025 to replace NACAP 1. This is the Attorney General of the Republic of Ghana. He was addressing member states of UNCA in Atlanta, USA. Corruption. A new plan. Of course, we are implementing NACAP. That's if we still pretend that we are implementing NACAP. But Attorney General says we are going to unveil another one in 2025. Perhaps that would fight properly or help us fight corruption. Anyway, NCC rallies Ghanaians to participate in district level elections on December 19. One of the perfect examples where we know that districts are virtually useless is where somebody sits at the top, decides that a company should take this amount of money, withdraws the money and gives it to them. Then the districts are supposed to monitor whether or not the company is doing the job or collecting the garbage that they're supposed to collect. Whether or not they do it, somebody's already paid them at the top. And yet, they're bringing governance to the people. The people have no control, no say at all in those deals that are actually done at the top. Then you say people should go and queue for this. Anyway, they say we should encourage you to go and vote. Travel from Accra to Mankesim.
It's a patriotic thing to do.
Yes, to go and vote for your.
And it's a way to correct all these anomalies.
No, it won't correct it. But you go and vote. If we are voting on the District Assembly Act, if we are voting actually to make changes at the top and ensure true devolution, I would agree on. But if you are saying that I'm just going to let somebody to go and be in that system, which is already defeated at the anyway,
it starts with us having the right people.
If I am in the assemblyman there's no way I can change it. What am I going to do to change it? That the assembly in Markesim is the one going to is the one going to change the national policy on devolution, whether or not we are going to pay at the top. How is that possible? Anyway, but still, go and vote, okay? GCB unveils new mobile app. 2 policemen, 4 foreign nationals arrested for Galamsey in Krokuswa Hills, Joaboso Forest. And OSP prosecutes 4 corruption-related cases in court. Those of you who are pretending you have not seen these cases, you are pretending that you don't know what the OSP is doing. Please, they are publishing. Read it, okay? And keep it. so that in the future I can reference.
I think these are the criminal cases, right?
Yes.
Update was on criminal
Corruption
cases
related.
they're pursuing.
Yes.
That's what we want the OSP to do.
Why has
Keep
it been
fighting.
doing something else?
Keep fighting. Keep fighting. That's the whole idea. Then we'll fix the country. We are all hardworking.
Doing any
we all wake up to work, right? So
why? What has we see that to you today too? Do the paper. The paper is Daily Guide, right?
Yes, the Daily Guide newspaper front page says there's a breakdown of MIIF's investment in Atlantic Lithium for you to read. Minority chases Bank of Ghana governor's removal. The first time they attempted, they were actually going to give him the petition to get him out of office, but they were disappointed that it was not the governor who received the petition. They are making another attempt to get the governor himself.
So did I see the letter? So I saw a letter so they have written to the man to ask the man, Winston, will you be in the office to receive a petition asking you to leave office? Show us and tell us when you will be in the office, because it's important that we deliver it to you. You are our target.
But you know he's not going to be there.
That's the letter there.
Even if he personally receives the petition, right?
Yes.
It will be his decision to say that I'm resigning or not.
Yes,
so
but we
really
say that so we are waiting for you to be in the office. You stay. So tell us today.
What's the significance?
Which day will you be in the office?
Governor Addison receiving the NDC's letter.
The people.
We are reminding you to resign.
Yes.
Okay. All right. MPP mourns Amabuzia, and then digitalization eliminates corruption. AG tells the UN. Cecilia Dape's mates, 5 others sweat over bail, and then GCB Bank unveils enhanced mobile app. These are the stories on the front page of the paper.
Well, the business finder for this morning says data of citizens critical. Let's address challenges. CJ, 68% cut in wash sector funding. WaterAid Ghana worried, and EcoBank partners called private sector support for zero malaria initiative.
All right, let's go for our online news review, which is brought to you by Zenith Bank, in your best interest and good energy.
Now, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just stop up anywhere? Don't do that. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part of it. Go Super XP Run 95 and Diesel XP are the very best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Go Super XP Run 95 is a high grade fuel, sold at the same price as your normal fuel. Go Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making an eco-friendly option for your vehicle with over 440 stations across the nation. Join the family that rewards you with the quality for an energized driving experience. Well, good energy. Well, Jena Yedim.
All right, myjournline.com has as its top story, why do we call him special prosecutor instead of special investigator? That's Mr. Domelovo making that statement. And then Katie Amon justifies tax exemptions to one district, one factory companies. How about those exemptions going into paying electricity bills for hospitals?
No, but these one district, one company, one factory companies, based on the tax exemptions that they're going to be giving, how much are they going to be giving the state?
Important question. How many jobs have the existing ones created?
Yes.
How many jobs are there? Because some return is expected. Because it's a quid pro quo system, right?
Short term, long term.
And you see, Katie Hammond makes the point that even if we give them tax exemption of 12 billion and they bring 11 billion, it doesn't matter.
I think at the core of the tax exemption problem is that people feel it's even discriminatory. The examples have been given about 2 big hotels, one owned by a foreigner and one owned by a Ghanaian, and how we gave a lot of incentive to one and the other, they barely scratch the surface when it comes to the incentives we could have given to them.
Anyway.
Well, so on that, Professor Bakwin says there's a considerable level of abuse in the name one district, one factory. That's given out 12 billion Ghana cedis tax exemptions. You can log on and read the rest of the stories on myjournline.com.
Let's go for the BBC News now, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, an Old Mutual 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
Morning Show.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Goyle. Good energy.
What's so tasty, creamy, crunchy, makes you happy when it's near? Munchie, munchie, oh munchie, oh munchie, shortcake biscuit.
Enjoy the unbeatable taste of Munchie Milk Shortcake biscuits, serving you original milky richness for 20 years. Munchie, a rich ankasa. This advert is FDA approved.
The search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASI, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Lights on the trees under falling snow. You get a bit closer when the winter's cold. Now I can't wait till you're by my side. All of the best gifts you just can't buy. Wherever you go, you light up the room. I hope that you'll make it back home soon. 'Cause it won't feel like Christmas without you.
Support is waning for Israel's military campaign in Gaza as even the US, its staunchest ally, voices concerns about the spiraling Palestinian death toll.
EU foreign ministers are set to meet on Thursday to discuss a big aid package for Ukraine and Ukrainian accession to the EU, but Hungary's Viktor Orban has been holding out against both.
In the US, his Republican opponents vote to open formal impeachment into President Biden. So what will that mean for his re-election hopes?
And after the COP28 conference in Dubai, it ended with a deal highlighted by a global commitment to transition away from the use of fossil fuels. We discuss what was agreed on food production. All that and more, but first the latest world news.
Hello, I'm Roisin Hastie with the BBC News. Israel has continued its bombing of the Gaza Strip ahead of a visit on Thursday by President Biden's National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. The Gaza Health Ministry says Israel's early morning airstrikes have killed at least 19 people. Yolande Nell reports.
There have been growing signs of disagreement between Israel and its closest ally, the US, ahead of the arrival of the White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. This week, President Biden blamed Israel's indiscriminate bombing of Gaza for a loss of global support for its war on Hamas. Ahead of his trip, Mr. Sullivan was quoted as saying that he'd discuss a timetable to end the war and urge Israeli leaders to move to a different phase from the kind of high-intensity operations seen today. Reacting to growing international calls for a ceasefire, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told soldiers in Gaza, "We're continuing until Hamas is annihilated. Nothing will stop us."
The US military says one of its warships has repelled an assault on a tanker in the Red Sea and shot down a drone launched from a Houthi-controlled area of Yemen. It said the vessel came under attack from Houthi forces who attempted to board it. European Union leaders are meeting in Brussels amid considerable tensions between Hungary and other member states. On the eve of the summit, the European Commission released up to $11 billion of aid to Hungary, a move described by one MEP as the biggest bribe in EU history. Danny Aberhard reports.
For days, EU officials have spoken of a difficult end-of-year summit. They expressed fears that Hungary alone would veto two decisions crucial for Kiev, one on $54 billion of new funds, the other on whether to open talks on Ukraine joining the EU. Hungary's Prime Minister, Viktor Orban, who's seen as close to Vladimir Putin, had been threatening to do so. He may yet, but a sign a backroom deal might have been struck came late on Wednesday.
President Biden has accused his opponents of attacking him with lies after the Republican-controlled House of Representatives voted to formalize an impeachment inquiry. That came 3 months after the Republicans informally opened the probe, alleging corruption by Biden family members during his tenure as vice president. David Willis reports.
House Republicans now have greater powers to depose witnesses and gather evidence into Mr. Biden's actions between the years 2009 and 2017, when he was serving as vice president to Barack Obama. Of particular interest is the part he played in his son Hunter's business ventures in China and Ukraine. Mr. Biden has denied profiting from such dealings. He called the impeachment investigation a baseless political stunt that even congressional Republicans admitted was not supported by facts.
World News from the BBC. 4 Japanese ministers have resigned in connection with a corruption scandal in the governing Liberal Democratic Party. The government's chief spokesman, Hirokazu Matsuno, said he was stepping down along with 3 ministers and a special advisor to the Prime Minister. Dozens of MPs are expected to be questioned over allegations of financial kickbacks from fundraising events. Chinese weather forecasters have warned that the freezing conditions affecting the north of the country, including Beijing, will spread further south in the coming days. Many provinces have been hit by snow blizzards. Northeastern cities such as Shenyang and Harbin have recorded temperatures as low as minus 27 degrees Celsius. Gale warnings were also issued for Xinjiang, Tibet and Inner Mongolia. President Putin will today hold his first major press conference since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, with questions from the public and journalists. The event was cancelled last year, but the Kremlin's decision to go ahead with it appears to reflect President Putin's growing confidence nearly 2 years into the Ukraine war. Steve Rosenberg is in Moscow.
We're expecting the president to talk about what he calls the special military operation, in other words, Russia's war in Ukraine. Apparently, more than 2 million questions have been submitted by the Russian public. And this is an important platform for him, because when you think that in 3 months' time he's seeking re-election as Russia's president, so what better platform could you hope for? A 4-hour show live on all the main Russian TV channels. It'll be wall-to-wall Putin in Russia for a big chunk of today.
2 men have been charged with illegally killing bald eagles, that once nearly extinct national symbol of the United States. Simon Paul and Travis John Branson allegedly shot 3,600 birds in Montana and sold parts and feathers on the black market. BBC News.
Thank you for that news. Welcome.
My way insurance, my way.
Hi, my name is Nanama McBrown, and I want to encourage you to dial *165# on MTN to join the My Way family. My Way provides you and a selected family member a cover against death. As a policyholder, you will also have a cover against total permanent disability and hospitalization should you be hospitalized for more than 2 nights. Dial *165# and join the family. Sanya My Way. No way.
My Way is a product of My Life and MTN Momo. Terms and conditions apply.
Madam, hurry up.
Hey, paying money too long queue. Why? Oh, it's not me. The counting machine keeps stopping. When you check a mami, why?
Ensure you never miss a single sale this festive season. Get the BluePay app and POS device. Simply enter your customer's number and the amount to be paid on your BluePay app. Wait for customer to approve, and that's it. No e-levy charges. Mobile money and bank card payments just got easier with BluePay.
Hello, sir. I've sent the BluePay prompt.
Oh, is that simple, eh? Wow. BluePay, never miss a sale. Call or WhatsApp 0547220200 or visit bluepay.com.gh to register.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally.
Hi, my name is Stephen Apia, the team coordinator of the Black Stars. I always like to keep hydrated naturally, every day, any day. S Natural Mineral Water does the trick.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural. For bulk purchase, call 0596 273 546 or 0596 273 547. This advertisement is vetted and approved by the FDA.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Good morning. Welcome to the original magazine show, the Super Morning Show.
There's something stirring, something crackling like firewood.
Classroom all the time. You explained to us early on that this could be a defect, fundamental defect from somewhere.
Cultural defect.
Oh, how does that happen?
So I have told you that the Akan language, apart from borrowings into the Akan language.
Okay.
So people make reference to words like lorry. These are borrowed words into the Akan language. But the Akan language itself doesn't have L in it, as in it's not in it. It's only in the Gomoa areas that you have, the L in free variation, and I've explained what free variation is. And so you're looking at Olokun and Dokun and all those things. You're looking at Mile, Mide. Those are free variations. Remove the sound, it will still get you the same meaning. So a minister who says classroom is because in the Akan language there is no L. Now, that lateral sound and the roll sound, their manner of productions are similar. So, in the absence of the closest one is so he will take the and put classroom.
So, for somebody like me who's from Mankesime and Jabin, am I likely to say classroom too?
Well, because of your, the times that you were born and the insistence on saying it right, you may not say classroom.
Okay.
You'd say classroom.
Can I see evidence of the question? Because I feel like this is personal.
Well, you've not heard this before. Okay, well, it's an important point that needs clarification. Yes. Look, and let's not get it wrong. You can be very educated. It is immaterial of your number of certificates.
But to be honest, there's nothing wrong with that.
I have made this point before.
It's where you're coming from.
No, except that if you are in the education ministry and you say classroom, it sounds some way.
No,
but
please.
in all fairness, it might sound a bit awkward. I am just saying that it is not to be seen as a problem with the person. I hope that point is what you are trying to make to us.
Let me continue. And in continuing, I know people, the last time I made this point, people came in and said, oh, it is not true.
They disagreed with you.
I say in the Akan language, okay? Not borrowed words.
Okay.
Give me an indigenous Akan word that has L in it. And let's start a conversation. But before we get into that conversation also, Raymond, listen to this one. Listen to what is happening when it comes to, Zoomlion, because in Parliament yesterday, lots of conversations about them.
A private contractor engaged to provide sanitation. But when you give him 800 and beneficiaries end up getting 200 or 250, I do not think that is neat enough or good enough. The recommendation of the committee is that the administrator of the common fund stop the deduction that goes to Zoomlion till the outstanding services are rendered and verified by the assembly.
Raymond, there you go again.
Yeah, okay.
In the news again, Zoomlion. Same reasons.
See, let's be quite clear in our minds. If you are serious people, some of these things will not happen. I was saying early on that some of you who are pushing for people to go and vote, you vote and you elect an assemblyman who goes to sit in an assembly. Then they decide their composite budget at the district level. They have decided their composite budget. Somebody sits in Accra and decides that there is a contract for collecting baller or rubbish somewhere, which should go up from the top. They should be paid from the top. Whether or not there are indications that the work has been done, the deliveries have been done, there are no such signs of it. And we chronicled the plenty story. Remember, Manasseh led those ones. So many stories about how operations in this end were dangerous. We're not promoting the good of this country. But we can't go full circle and come back and pretend that we don't know this is something that ought to be fixed. Parliament is waking up to the coffee too late. These matters have been raised long time ago. You get me right? During John Dramani Mohammed's time, long time ago. But we're playing some games with it.
Came out very strongly in 2021.
Yeah. See, we cannot pretend that. We know that some business people are powerful people. They are influential and can get away with things. But it is the interest of the state first. Whoever's interest does not align with that of the state should be removed.
Okay.
And I'm happy at least we are trying to work on this.
But we're still talking. It's still the talk.
Oh, but I'm told that they say they are no longer going to allow that happen. Okay,
action first.
They've directed
the
District Assembly's Common Fund, that entity that can actually take decisions sometimes, even in conflict with ministers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Let's get to our banking tip for today.
All right, this is the banking education series, and today we're talking about unauthorized dealings in foreign currency. So the Ghana cedi remains the sole legal tender in Ghana. Therefore, pricing, advertising, invoicing, receiving, and making payments for goods and services should be done in Ghana cedis unless otherwise authorized by the Bank of Ghana. So any person who contravenes or fails to comply with this notice commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine of not more than 700 penalty units, that's 8,400 Ghana cedis, or a term of imprisonment of not more than 8 months or both. And that's from Section 29 of the Foreign Exchange Act 2006, Act 723.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show. Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
And a big thank you to the National Banking College. They bring us the banking education series. So just look out for it here on the Super Morning Show.
Great, Mama V. So I know a lot of you have started sending your messages because we say there's no L as in L sound in Akan, and you're telling me terms in Sekendi, Takradi, and everything. Those are slangs. I say, come to the Akan language proper. Don't go for these slangs that guys.
I'm happy you say we can use our R and L how we conceive them to be. I'm happy.
Of course, please do, and be comfortable and proud.
Yes. Nobody
it's where
should
you're
be
coming from.
Yes, to be pretending that
I have always insisted.
they have any superior control of any. Your superior control should be of your local language.
I have always insisted that.
Yes.
I have always insisted that this is actually a research point for a lot of students in phonetics or linguistics. Anyway, are you ready for a colorful Christmas? Well, it's time to do more for less with Coral Paints. Choose from up to 35 vivid colors of their premium quality Dulex, acrylic, PVA, and Coralates at unbeatable prices. I said it right, Coralates. Coralates, actually, yes. Coralates, yeah. Purchase a bucket of acrylic PVA for only 749 Ghana cedis and Coralates for 927
Now
Ghana
I want
cedis.
to see it. I probably have been using the paints,
Well,
but I don't know. Yes.
You're a painter.
I'm painting my house for Christmas.
Anyway, livening up your festive spirit and do not miss out on this holiday season. This promotion is valid at all Coral Paint stores and authorized distributors nationwide.
And what is your plan for this Christmas holidays? Do you want a once-in-a-lifetime luxury African safari experience? Then choose Royal Cozy Hill Safari Resort in Jirapa in the Upper West region, with so many stunning and breathtaking natural landscapes and an impressive array of rare and elusive wildlife, including lions to see, as well as the numerous family-friendly facilities. Royal Cozy Hill Safari Resort in Jirapa should be your preferred African safari destination. Call the Royal Cozy Hill Safari Resort, also known as Jirapa Dubai, on 050-169-4280 or 024-8844-463.
Now, ever imagine a place that's so in sync with your lifestyle, where the pride of ownership is obvious, where you can walk the tree-lined streets with a charming and established feel, a place where you can leave the keys at home and hit the pavement to walk to the market, shopping mall, restaurants, and also your parks and other amenities, a place with a great nightlife and entertainment, a place so safe and secure you get a sense of calm and ease, fostering a family-friendly neighborhood. A neighborhood so serene you can live a meaningful life and yet have hope for so much more. That is Lakeside Hills, Mama V.
Yes, we should go there.
Yes, they are complete payment, especially you know, mindful of where you live. A complete payment by 31st December 2023 and get up to 10% discount on 2, 3, and also the 4-bedroom homes this festive season at Lakeside Hills. So don't spend all the money on other things. You know, you should be considering where you live to. Offer is valid, especially if you are going to pay rent soon, like myself. Offer is valid till 31st December 2023. For more information, you need to call 0204 775 042 0501 418 622 2. And the very last number, 0204 775040. You can also go to the website, lakesideestate.com. Life is beautiful at Lakeside Hills.
So don't renew the rent. Let's go to Lakeside. They'll fix you.
Yeah. Lakeside Hills is where you can live your best life. Terms and conditions apply.
For Kingdom Books and Stationery says, look, now you have to just shop by logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions have apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmark.
If you're a business owner and you still do send the payments via Momo and add the charges, then please change. Change. At least for this season. Make sure you have Blue Pay so that your customers don't suffer that. Because we're in a digital era where money is carried on bank cards and mobile phones. So if you're a business owner this festive season, you need a trusted payment solution to help you collect your money securely without any hassle. Blue Pay has made this simple. You can accept Momo and card payments from your customers instantly across all networks effortlessly. You only dial their phone number and the amount they owe. They will receive the Blue Pay prompt on their phones to enter their PIN. Nawajudo. Or your customers can just tap or slot their bank cards into your Blue Pay POS, enter their PIN. Nawajudo. No need for customers to display their balance on their phone anymore as proof of payment. So listen, say goodbye to the limitations of cash only transactions. Join the Blue Pay family, and Blue Pay spelled BLUPAY, and manage your business with ease. Call or send WhatsApp to 054 722-0200 or visit their website, which is bluepay.com.gh, to secure or ensure you never miss a sale.
Now, are you looking for financial support to make your dreams a reality? Introducing National Investment Bank's personal loans, your key to unlocking the world of possibilities. Whether it is renovating your home, planning a dream vacation this Christmas, or pursuing higher education in the new year, NIB's personal loans offer the perfect solution which is tailored to your needs. With competitive interest rates and flexible repayment options of up to 60 months, achieve your goals for far less than you thought you'd pay. Say yes to seizing opportunity today with NIB, your CIMG award-winning bank with over 60 years of experience by your side. Apply the hassle-free at any of your nearest branches that you can get to. A dedicated team is on hand to guide you every step of the way. Or call these numbers 0302428500 or toll free on 0800 0800 007777 and unlock a world of possibilities with National Investment Bank's personal loans. National Investment Bank, empowering your aspirations, securing your future.
Well, so you asked for it, and we've heard you. By popular demand, the most talked about play of the year, The Gods Are Not to Blame, is back at the National Theatre. Brace for a thrill as Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre, bring back the spectacle that had audience blown away for 3 weeknights only. That's Monday to Wednesday, Monday the 18th to Wednesday the 20th of December. Gather your friends and family for an amazing theatrical experience at 7 p.m. each night. Reward your staff, family, and friends with tickets now selling at 150 Ghana cedis only. Visit imagebureau.com, imagebureaugh.com, or dial *77 *11 *25 hash. Call 055-999-3659 to enjoy our family or group packages. The Gods Are Not to Blame, supported by Joy FM, Hits FM, Joy Prime Daily Guide, Graphic News Plus, and directed by George Quay.
Now, Fidelity Bank is excited to announce the call for applications of the Fidelity Young Entrepreneurs Fund once more. So if you're an entrepreneur between the ages of 18 to 40, or you're 45 and a woman, and you've been operating a profitable business for up to 1 or 2 years in any of the sectors, that's agriculture, small scale and light manufacturing, technology related business, creative arts, that's fashion, millinery and bead making, and green business, that's waste recycling and renewable energy, then you qualify. Seize this opportunity and access up to 200,000 Ghana cedis at an interest rate of 10% with no tangible collateral. Apply now. Go to the website fyei.fidelitybank.com.gh. For further details, you can also call 053 1012935 or 059 4111207, or just send an email to sustainablefinance@myfidelitybank.net. Applications are open until December 31st, 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Now, a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That's why we offer specially formulated quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressure. Choosing quartz from Total Energy is choosing the energy oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
And it's now time for Nutrition Line, brought to us by Nestle, and Nestle offers good food for a good life.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all in one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. Milo. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Glad tidings of great joy we bring to you and all mankind. Welcome to the sweetest corner in the sweetest season of the year. It's Christmas on Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajelisoa. Good morning. I hope you're well and having a wonderful time with friends and loved ones. Today we're discussing how to make a pineapple chicken kebab. To make this pineapple chicken kebab, you're going to need some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, chopped pineapples, 1 tablespoon of lime juice, some minced garlic, ground pepper, ground onions, and spice. First of all, you need to cut your chicken into cubes and marinate in a mixture made from garlic, pepper, onions, spices, and lime juice for an hour or 2. You then remove the marinated chicken and pat it dry using a paper towel. You can now thread the chicken and pineapple chunks one after the other onto the kebab stick and grill on an open flame for 10 to 15 minutes or until the chicken is well cooked while turning regularly. Your pineapple chicken kebab is now ready for consumption as a side dish or a main meal. This is a high protein dish due to the chicken, and the pineapple contributes dietary fiber as well as many vitamins. Give it a try this holiday season and introduce some variety in your meal offerings. This is all that time will allow for today, but if you do join us again next time, we will bring you so much more, all in the name of health and wellness. It's a friendship and partnership which thrives on your phone calls and emails. We don't take your feedback lightly or for granted, so do please reach out, share some ideas, comments or suggestions, and let's work together for a healthier, longer, happier life. Toll free 0800 12 0001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can WhatsApp, SMS or call from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. the following numbers: 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. You can also email consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. Loving, caring, sharing, that's what this season is about. Open up your heart and let the beauty of the season be seen in you. Have a great day. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you.
It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, mommy.
Give your kids all in one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
When you want to eat, just Momo it. Tired of the long queues in the supermarket? Pay with Momo. When you really want that beautiful new blouse, just Momo it. When you want to get a trim and get fresh to impress you know who, just Momo it. When you need to pay your utility bills and domestic staff, Shani Momo. When you want to send love to the family back home, send some Momo. Join the millions of MTN Momo users all over Ghana and live life the brighter way. So just Momo it. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet. Big bonuses, big odds, big wins. Download 1xBet app. Make a deposit and you get 300% bonus on up to 3,445 Ghana cedis. The biggest bonus ever. 1xBet is a reliable bookmaker. So head up to 1xBet.com.gh. Register with promo code Welcome Ghana and get a huge welcome bonus on your first deposit right now. Have a chance to win. 1xBet gives you more. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah, with nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you. There's a cowbell milk for you, for you, for you. Cowbell Vita Rich and cowbell premium.
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita-Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a Cowbell for you.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
Right, time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise. Still!
I've got a happy chaotic birthday shout to Nancy Aso Esiedo Amrado, head of brands and communications at Airtel Tigo.
Okay.
And Winston, today is the birthday of Lady Julia Osetutu. Of course, I mean, that's the Otufo's wife. You know that, right? So, sure. Very big, chaotic birthday to her.
And belated happy birthday to Dr. Sefa Kofiajo. Stay blessed. And this is coming from Philip 9. Let's get into the Sports Center now. Proudly brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank.
We're here for good.
1xBet. Join the 1xBet African Legends on Facebook. 1xBet_Ghana to discover remarkable African athlete stories and win exciting prizes using the hashtag 1xBet African Legend. DSTV, it's your moment. And cowbell, our creamy goodness.
All right, it's that time of the year when we all get excited because the festive season is here. But these merry days can be unnerving, especially if your funds are limited. As always, we've always got your back. So stress less and let me help you out, says Standard Chartered. It's time you got yourself the Standard Chartered Visa credit card. You could get and spend up to 100,000 Ghana cedis free of charge with an offer to pay back in 50 days without paying any interest charges. Now that's a jolly good idea. The Standard Chartered debit card is your plug to hefty discounts this holiday season too. You could get up to 20% discount when you swipe at selected merchant points and partners. And listen, while you enjoy all these, you could also win a trip to tour selected cities across Europe. So don't let money stop you from doing the lovely things you want to do this festive season. Let's make merry with Standard Chartered's Visa debit and credit cards. This could be your best Christmas yet. Call toll free 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100. You can also send an email to feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, we're
here for good. Now discover the latest initiative from 1xBet. That's the 1xBet African Legends. Explore the stories of a footballer who conquered the Olympics, cleaned the African Cup of Nations twice, and graced 4 World Cups. And share your own tale and participate in the challenge. Exciting prize awaits active players showcasing their unique style. Stay tuned for promotion updates with the hashtag 1xBet African Legends on the 1xBet Ghana Facebook page. From humble beginnings to glory. Sign up to 1xBet with promo code LEGENDGH and enjoy a 300% bonus up to 2,650 Ghana CD. That is what makes Frencho smile all the time.
Anyway, it's another festive season and MTN is throwing a Christmas party just for you. It's the Just For You surprise offer tailored to your special taste. You can now enjoy discounted surprise offers this festive season when you use my MTN app or dial *141# or *170#. Yes, you're getting the most juicy data offers of between 1 gigabyte to as much as 20 gigabyte to browse and hit social media with all our Christmas photos and videos. Remember, this offer lasts up to the 31st of December 2023. Check out your special offer today. Terms and conditions apply. Fentu, what's happening in the world of sports?
Thank you very much, Winston. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Centre with me, Fentu Tahiru Fentu, coming up this morning.
Okafor, Chukwueze! Moments after coming off the bench, Samuel Chukwueze may just have kept Milan's hopes alive of post-Christmas European football and dashed the dreams of Newcastle. Newcastle United, absolutely flawed. St James's Park has been silenced.
That's right, Newcastle crashed out of the Champions League on a night of palpable drama where PSG secured qualification ahead of both AC Milan and Newcastle. We'll review last night's action in the UEFA Champions League, but also coming up.
After video review, Green makes unnecessary and excessive contact to the face. The foul has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 2, and Green has been ejected from the game.
That's right, 2 days after Draymond Green was ejected from an NBA game against the Phoenix Suns for aggressive play, the NBA has suspended the Golden State Warriors star indefinitely and recommended him for therapy to cure his anger issues. Details later, but first. Last night at the St James's Park, Newcastle's wildest Champions League dreams crashed in the group stages after substitute Samuel Chukwueze scored in the 84th minute to give AC Milan a 2-1 come-from-behind victory. The Magpies were fighting for a place in the round of 16 when they took the lead through Joelinton's 33rd minute thunderbolt, with Borussia Dortmund leading PSG in Germany. It was an outcome that would have sent Newcastle through on head-to-head results over the Parisians, but the mood shifted in a matter of minutes just before the hour, with 2 goals in Germany.
It breaks for Fulkrug. Fulkrug tees up at the Amy! And Borussia Dortmund make the breakthrough. Problems for PSG now. Big problems. And Mbappe decides he does it by himself. Turned back by Barcola. Now it's Zaire Emery! And it's 1-1. Here they come. The 17-year-old has given Luis Enrique's team real, genuine hope again.
That's right, and that hope stayed after teenager Warren Zaire Emery equalized for the French champions before Christian Pulisic also equalized for Milan in England Chukwueze's excellent curler then sealed Newcastle's fate. Their manager is Eddie Howe. He says he had no qualms about the performance of his players despite the crushing defeat in Europe.
Yeah, I think we gave, as you said, everything to the match. I don't think I could ask any more of the players. Commitment, effort, physical exertion. Fortunately for us, it wasn't to be today. I thought there were some really good bits in our performance. I thought we were dominant at times. We probably needed the second goal. Didn't defend the 2 goals well enough. Yeah, I mean, it's very much end to end. It was like you attack, we attack. Both teams, you could see, were desperate to win, and we might very much embrace that. We wanted to win the game, and we were trying to head for the Champions League. So we're absolutely devastated not to go through.
Eddie Howe there. The defeat means the Magpies finish bottom of Group F, while Milan take up the Europa League spot after finishing third. The 1-1 draw in Germany means that PSG secured their place in the last 16 alongside Borussia Dortmund, who had already qualified before yesterday's games. It's also the first time ever in the history of the Champions League 2 English teams have finished bottom of their groups, with Newcastle going alongside Man United in that unfancied bit of history. At the Red Star Stadium in Serbia, there were no such problems for Manchester City. 20-year-old Micah Hamilton, who was a ball boy 6 years ago, scored the opener for City against Red Star Belgrade in a thrilling 3-2 victory for the defending champions, who have now made it 18 points out of 18, becoming only the second team from England to ever do so. There was a bit of respite for Ghanaians. Osman Bukhari assisted Alexander Katai to score Red Star's second goal. Here is an overwhelmed Hamilton speaking after the game.
I don't even know how to put it into words, to be honest. Just all surreal, everything. The game, obviously the goal. Yeah. Everyone's seen that, and I didn't even know what to do.
Let's start at the beginning. When did the manager tell you were playing?
Yesterday. In training, just before the game, he went through the team. He said I was playing. I didn't even know. Same thing, same feeling now. I didn't even know. Like, put me on right wing, something different to me, and not really played there. But I seen it as a challenge, and I took it, and I enjoyed every moment.
That's of course Micah Hamilton. He is a teenager making his debut for AC Milan. Manchester City, and doing really well. Stuff of dreams, really. Now elsewhere, RB Leipzig, who finished second behind Man City in Group G, they beat Young Boys 2-1 at the Red Bull Arena. In Belgium, Royal Antwerp stand Group H winners, Barcelona 3-2 for their first ever Champions League win. Also in Group H, FC Porto claimed a dramatic 5-3 win over Shakhtar Donetsk to book their place in the last 16, with Shakhtar dropping into the Europa League playoffs. In other results, Atletico Madrid beat Lazio 2-0 to secure top spot in Group E, while the Italians finished second, and despite losing 2-1 to Celtic, Feyenoord still picked the Europa League spot in Group E as well. And later tonight, the final group stage matches in the Europa League will be played today across Europe. Already qualified Liverpool play away to Union Saint-Gilloise, who are looking to scrape through to the playoffs. Mohamed Kudus' West Ham will host Freiburg at the London Stadium. Both teams have already qualified. Meanwhile, Jose Mourinho's AS Roma, will welcome FC Sheriff to the Olympico, while Ajax take on AEK Athens. Let's come back home and talk about the Black Stars in the midst of the lackluster performances by the team in recent years. The average Ghanaian might claim disinterest on what's happening with the team, but anticipation is palpable as we await Chris Hughton's squad announcement for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, just 30 days away, that tournament. There's an ongoing national debate on who should be on the plane to Cote d'Ivoire. One player that's dominating these debates is Kotoko's Richmond Lamptey, who's leading the club's resurgence in the Ghana Premier League with his 4 assists so far this term. This was the question put to Joy Sports pundits Tichofer Philip Achirima and Daniel Cranting on Monday's Sports Zone, which is on Joy Prime.
Listen, I like Lamptey. He has great energy. His ability on the ball is great. Yeah. And the execution of that pass we saw is brilliant. You can see the pass, but you need the ability to be able to play it. But the Black Stars is another step high. And when you've got few weeks to the AFCON, when you've not had him play in this team for the whole year and preparing him to gel, I'm not sure it is the time to throw him in.
Oh, relax. Richmond Lamptey has to be.
Yes.
Who is he better at? In place of who?
let's not do this. You not talk about a Dreams FC player or a Midiama midfielder who is.
What are you talking about?
No, come on, let's not do this. The guy's doing well. Let's not do this.
That's of course you had Daniel Cranston and also Sichofe Philip Achirim there. Now we can do some basketball news, and the highly anticipated 2023 Africa Basketball Festival returns this weekend, featuring 4 additional countries, increasing the total number of participating nations to 8. Last year's event only featured players from France, USA, Ghana and Nigeria. This year's event is expected to be much bigger and is slated to come off this coming weekend. Yalsechi is project lead for the event.
The Africa Basketball Festival combines the game of basketball with music and fashion. This year marks the 3rd edition and has teams from Ghana, Togo, Liberia, Nigeria, the US, France, and the UK participating, with a special game between the University of Ghana and Accra Technical University, all happening at the Bukum Boxing Arena on Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th of December from 3 p.m. The festival will start with a grand opening ceremony on Friday the 15th at the Bukum Boxing Arena from 5 p.m. and in attendance will be the Sports Minister Honorable Yusuf Mustafa. The gunman chair will be there. His Excellency the France Ambassador will be there, and a host of others very special dignitaries who have been invited to grace the special occasion.
That's Yasechi there. And before we go, the NBA has suspended Draymond Green indefinitely after the Golden State Warriors star delivered a flagrant blow to Yusuf Nurkic's head during a 119-116 loss to the Phoenix Suns on Tuesday night. The ban follows his 3rd ejection of the season and will begin immediately. Green will be required to meet certain league and team conditions before he returns to play, according to a brief statement signed by the NBA Vice President of Basketball Operations, Joe Dumas, early and that statement came in the late hours of Wednesday. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Center. My name is Fentio Tahiri Fentio. Back to you, Mamavi.
All right, Fent. Thanks a lot for the Sports Center this morning. Let's quickly join Anne Clable White, who's got food for thought this Thursday. Food for thought always brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference. And Anne Clable's Festival of Plays will be coming up. I'll tell you the date. Uncle?
Gorgeous, good morning.
Good morning. Please, how are you?
Well, I'm doing great. And it's amazing that I just got thinking that the festival is actually next weekend.
Oh, yeah. 23rd of December.
23rd.
Is next weekend?
Next weekend.
Oh,
yeah. The festival starts next weekend.
Yes.
Whichever Archangel has been driving 2023, I think he's using a Formula 1 car.
The year, I don't know, the days are even just going really quickly. Very fast.
I think he drives a Formula 1 car. I mean, he's been very, very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, today I'm bringing you something different. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello, my name is Reverend Dr. Zachariah, and I want to share with you the most extraordinary experience of my life. First, a bit of my background. I am, let's just say, very old. I am a direct descendant of Aaron, and so I have been a priest from my birth. I am blessed to be married to a most beautiful but godly woman called Elizabeth. And we have been married almost all our lives. We have had a reasonably good life. People often ask me for our secret to the longevity of our marriage. And I tell them, marry a friend. Marry someone who is a great forgiver. And marry someone who shares your dreams and passions. Elizabeth and I have one passion, and it is to honor God and serve Him. You would expect that for a couple so devoted to God and to His service, our lives will be easy, but that has not been our experience. Elizabeth and I love children and have yearned for children from our first day of marriage. But here we are, well into our old age, and we do not have children. But both of us are convinced of one thing. You don't serve God for what he does for you. You serve God because he is God. You submit to his will because you cannot force God to submit to yours. Of course, I'll be the first to admit that it is easier said than done. I can tell you that it is no fun to have prayers go unanswered. But hey, I am a soldier for God, and so I keep marching forward. Oh, I am sorry that I am just rambling on. You see, at my age, talking is the only thing you can still do without any medication. Well, don't worry. You would understand what I've just said if you are blessed to live past 80. Now, let me get back on track. I was going to tell you of the most extraordinary experience of my life. It happened when I was on duty at the temple. You see, the highlight of every priest's career is to be chosen to go into the temple to burn incense at the altar. The choice of which priest gets to go before the altar is done by lot. Every priest prays that he will be the chosen one, but the majority never get the honor of going to the altar to burn the incense as the people pray outside. My division of the priesthood, the Abijah division, has been on duty at the temple a few times in my career, but this time, to my utter surprise and delight, I was the one chosen to go into the temple to burn the incense. I was ready and prepared. I have lived all my life just for this day, and I was determined to do my best. I entered the temple and went to the altar and felt goosebumps all over my body. I was at the altar of the living God, of Yahweh. I knew I would never get to stand here again, and for a moment, I was totally overcome with awe and reverence. The sound of the prayers of the people outside reached my ears, and I had to quickly compose myself. So I did not let them down. You see, the incense I was to burn represented the prayers they were praying outside. And in burning the incense at the altar, I was bringing their prayers to Yahweh. It may be symbolic, but I felt very strongly that if I did not burn the incense, the prayers being said outside will go nowhere. So I quickly set to work. As I got the incense going and saw the smoke of the incense going up, I knew that Yahweh was hearing our prayers. Then it hit me. If I am going to bring the prayers of the people before Yahweh, shouldn't I also add my own prayers to the incense? Purely out of habit, I pulled out the one prayer my wife and I have been praying for years, the one prayer we have not seen any answer to, and began to pray, Sovereign Lord, give Elizabeth and I a child, and we promise that we will dedicate him to your service. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Here I am, an old man. I have not experienced an erection in years, no, decades. And I am praying for a child. Besides, look at my wife. She went past menopause decades ago. How can I still be praying for a child? I started laughing at myself, but then somehow it did not feel ridiculous. for me to pray that way. And I knew that Elizabeth would be happy to know that when I got a chance to stand at the altar, I brought before Yahweh the one prayer we have spent all our lives waiting on. So I decided to say the prayer again. This time, not out of habit, but sincerely and from the depths of my heart. And this is when it happened. Oh, look at the time, Amavi. We'll have to stop here. And Reverend Dr. Zakaria will be back with us on Monday to complete his story. And trust me, the most dramatic parts are yet to come.
I was waiting for it to end, to be honest.
Well, hopefully next week, Monday.
Okay. All right, Uncle, thank you very much for food for thought. This is certainly different. I'm waiting for the ending of that. God willing, he will be back on Monday to finish.
He would be back on Monday.
All right. Okay, Reverend, thanks a lot. Enjoy the weekend. I'll tell you about
you too.
All right, thank you. I'll tell you about the Festival of Place and how you can grab a ticket and for your whole family, really. Your friends and loved ones to enjoy the Festival of Plays at the National Theatre. Social media messages on the show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and number 10 Liver Salt, a refreshing relief.
Oh yeah, EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it, then use it, it gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You go enjoy them. In my rhyming check. In my rhyming check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. King promise.
It's raining beautiful goodies at Maidan Home Deco this Christmas.
Joy to the world.
Our stores are wide open and ready to treat you this Yuletide. Maidan Home Decor has all the essentials to decorate your home. Christmas decorations, throw pillows, vases, photo frames, and many more. We assist clients create their personal and corporate hampers with our exquisite gift item. Your bedrooms will come alive with our high-quality bed and bath products made of 100% Egyptian cotton. Our international brands such as Canon, Fieldcrest, Waverly are leaders in offering the most comfortable pillows, towels, bed in a bag, duvets in amazing colors and textures. It's a good time of year to give your home a facelift. Maidan is ready to give your home a simple yet trendy look. Look out for us in Accra, Junction, Achimota, and West Hills Mall. Follow us on Instagram. Maidan Home Deco. We bring quality and comfort to your home.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 8 o'clock. Let's go for the Business Minute, which is brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts. Inflation could close the year at a rate of 27.3% plus or minus 1%. That's forecast by research firm IC Research. China has raised concerns about the proposed terms on restructuring of loans granted to Ghana. This could impact on the time that Ghana is expected to secure a second tranche of IMF cash disbursement. Meantime, finance expert Professor Williams Pepper has advised government to negotiate a lengthy repayment deal with Chinese authorities on external debt And the US Central Bank has signaled it could start cutting interest rates next year if inflation continues to fall. Forecasts released by the Federal Reserve showed a majority of policymakers expect to cut its key interest rate in 2024. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts.
Morning show.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
It's the Super Morning Show, a minute after 8 here on Joy 99.7 FM. You heard the Business Minute brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you. And Anointed Electricals, the generator experts.
And receiving money from family and friends abroad should never be a hassle. CBG Remittance Service is offering you a reliable, fast and convenient way to receive funds abroad. Visit any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide to receive your Western Union, MoneyGram, Ria, Small World, UnityLink, Transfers, Pay, Angel, S-Remit, ATL and Seek Money transfers at dedicated remittance centers at our Nima, Kaswa Main, Medina Market, Apenkwa and Spintas as Basket branches. Have extended service hours closing to the public at 5 p.m. on weekdays and 2 p.m. on Saturdays. All you need is to provide a valid national ID, phone number and money transfer reference number, and expect a smooth experience every step of the way. For enquiries, contact us on 0302 216 000. Email us at talktous@cbg.com.gh or visit any of our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
Now, you're a tertiary or SHS graduate looking forward to acquire a technical skill. Do you want to acquire a skill to travel abroad? Are you an electrician who wants to acquire the upcoming Energy Commission license? Look no further than the Anointed Technical Training Institute, ATTI, where all your questions will be answered. Anointed Technical Training Institute is a practical technical training institute of Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited, which registered by the Council of Technical and Vocational Education and Training to provide technical training programs. We are one of Ghana's most outstanding and innovative technical institutions dedicated to provide 80% hands-on skills and career training and program. The courses you'll be interested in are electrical and controls, generator and plants, auto mechanics, solar installation, CCTV installation. The duration and fees depends on the course you select actually, and we are located at number 77 Anointed House off of Doko Malam Road, and in Kumasi at the Asukwa Kumasi, and inside the TAT yard of the Mayanka Road. Mayanka, yes. There, Mayanka, yeah. You know Mayanka?
No.
Yeah, Mayanka is.
Kumasi.
Yes. Mayanka is mostly where. Anyway, contact 0544 337171 or 0544 337172. Your engineering career starts with us. Effective practical training is assured. ATTI, Head to Hands Solutions. Yeah,
That's the way to go now.
yeah.
Now, Roverman Productions, in partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, brings you the biggest package of world-class original Ghanaian theatre. 6 fantastic Ebo-wide plays in an incredible theatre festival. It's the Roverman Festival of Plays showing at the National Theatre, and it will start on the 23rd of December for girls, The Spell. 24th, Husband Material, 7 Yards. 25th December, I Like What You Like. 1st January is Naked.
No, Mary, hold on. I like what you like.
Like what I like.
I don't know. Say it well. I like what you like.
I like what you like.
Yeah, that's how you say.
Who are you referencing in the you here?
Yeah, that's the play.
You can fit there if you want.
Oh, is that how it?
Naked in Bed will show on the 1st of January, and then 2nd January on Happy Wives, Confused Husbands. 6th of January, Just the Tip. 7th of January, Naked in Bed, and 8th of January, the latest play for girls, The Spell, will show again. Time 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. each day, and rate is 200 Ghana cedis per show. Or you can get 6 ticket for 900 Ghana cedis. You'll be saving a lot if you bought 6 tickets for 900 Ghana cedis. This end of year reward your workers, customers, family and friends with this package of unique, fun-filled, family-oriented plays. Tickets are available via the short code *365 *535 hash. That's *365 *535 hash, and all the usual outlets. For inquiries and making of orders, call 050-554-6010. You can send WhatsApp to 050-554-6030. The festival is sponsored by Ebony Condoms, Gin and Tomato Mix, and GCB Bank Limited. Official communications partner M Notify and Yatron Services. Riverman Productions, be the difference. Coming up on the Super Morning Show.
A private contractor engaged to provide sanitation. Let's look about when you give him 800 and beneficiaries end up getting 200 or 250. I do not think that that is neat enough or good enough.
The recommendation of the committee is that the administrator of the common fund stop the deduction that goes to Zoomlion till the outstanding services are rendered and verified by the assembly.
So Zoomlion has been cited by the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament for several irregularities in their dealings with district assemblies, as it recommends that the district assembly's common fund stops the payment to Zoomlion. There have also been concerns about how much the state actually pays Zoomlion and how much Zoomlion also pays its workers.
I mean, see, let's not get it wrong on this plate. There is something unconscionable about, regardless of your cost of production or cost of doing the business and the cost of the service you are providing, taking over 800 or so and giving 200 or so to people to survive on. You'll think about it deeply. If you have to survive for an entire month, Mama V, 200 and a little above that, you think about it for a second. You even transportation, even going back to your house and coming to do that job, it's a bit unconscionable. If it's directly, deliberately being done by any institution, from government to private sector, it's something that we can frown upon. It's something that cannot be excited for doing something close to that. We should not make life difficult for our own people under some of these conditions. As for the general irregularities that they are talking about, well, I'm happy that at least somebody is acting. And it doesn't end with merely stating that something should be done about the situation. We should be able to pierce the veil and deal with every single institution that is not acting in our common interest. It is different when their actions have nothing to do with the republic and they are operating in a private space and not. I mean, that one may be unconscionable, but it might not rise to the level that we all will be interested in. But if it has to do with government engagement, contracting from the state, it should be done in a way that every single proper process is followed. So if that does not happen and Parliament says that we have found irregularities and other things, the expectation here is that a lot more will be done. Can we, for example, institute a ban on companies that actually go in this route, or we can't replace them? What is it that makes them special?
A ban to say we're no longer going to be working with them
for a period of time, not indefinitely, so that it becomes a bit more punitive, so that we send a signal to other people that when it comes to business with the state, which involves money generated from the collective, a certain level of standard is required, and we need to operate at that particular level.
You know, the argument has been that sometimes
so many people in this country, mindful of the connections and the control that happens in our politics, powerful people end up getting away with whatever they do within the space. What we cannot let happen is creating a state where people do wrong and they get away with it. And we ignore that for a very long time. I don't know why this is being mentioned now, but there's been a lot of complaints in times past. This thing about sharing formula that the former minority that was talking about, it started a long time ago. Why we and it reached a point, some people explain to do you know their cost of production? Do you know their cost of providing the service? Do you know the other things they put into it? But nobody in his conscience will believe that when you take 800 and give a little over 200 CD to any individual, you have done God's work. And that's what we should be interested in, regardless of whoever is determining the sharing formula. Government itself has determined what's a low floor and the lowest ceiling for minimum wage people. Anything below that, and this, it's below.
Well,
that,
14.88 is supposed to be the minimum wage.
Yeah.
And if these persons worked in a month with 4 weeks off, so that's 22 days. If they work 22 days, they're supposed to be earning 327 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Is that what they earn? And if they're supposed to be earning 327 Ghana cedis, why would the state be paying the service provider about 800 Ghana cedis and these persons be paid 327 Ghana cedis? Who are the people who signed the contract? I thought the state would actually sign these contracts with a view of providing jobs for the people and at least improving livelihoods. So if that is the view, why would the state
be looking on
when people who are supposed to be well paid, minimum 500 to 600 Ghana cedis, the service provider should be taking just about 100 or 200 Ghana cedis?
I've heard the argument that it's also because the state does not pay on time. So most of these institutions end up pre-financing. And sometimes the states would only pay you after a very long time.
And their interest is over 100%?
You're taking...
Is that how we calculate interest rate in this country?
You're taking loans and you're financing these projects on your own.
And their interest rate is over 100%? Is that how we calculate interest in this country?
Then we all want to do business with the state. They should not pay on time. This is very lucrative if that's the other argument that was being made.
No,
but
also coming up.
Yeah.
Just hold it there because we're going to get details of this.
Okay.
We also have this on our table.
It's about human life. The earlier this policy is reversed, this new policy we started June 2023, which is alien to our country. Since independence, we have never had this policy. It's so alien to our country. It must be reversed. The health minister must come and tell us why they introduced this policy.
I will direct that the Ministry of Health and that of Energy should work together to find a lasting solution with regards to our hospitals in relation to their electricity bill. Hospitals are considered to be essential facilities and they should not experience power cuts.
Sometimes I feel that this parliament, even though they end up raising the issues, they disappoint us because where were they, our parliamentarians, when the directive first was issued for our hospitals to pay their own
that's a genuine
bills.
point. I am just happy that at least somebody is doing something about it, because let's not take for granted. I mean, health is so important that elsewhere they believe that a system that guarantees everybody health care is the best way to go. Any obstruction we put in the way of delivering that healthcare will be dangerous. It would affect disproportionately the poor in our republic, and that's why I'm happy that something is being done about it. Can we get to the bottom of this? Can we ensure that the right thing is done? Can we ensure that the commercial losses mostly made in this area is also dealt with? But I think that the other very important state institutions we can start with, which will not affect us that much, and I'm targeting these ministries first and foremost. Yes, first we said we'll give them all prepaid. Did we do that? Every single ministry had a prepaid. In all fairness, last time we listed institutions that owed a lot to ECG. We went through the list. It included ministries, even today, including the finance ministry. Have they all paid the amount of money involved? I think that if all of these institutions pay, we can make an exception for hospitals. I mean, yeah, we discuss schools, but for hospitals, dear, lives are involved.
All right, listen, share your thoughts with us on 0551111997. That's our WhatsApp number. You can also post your comments on X with the hashtag JoySMS. And our social media messages proudly brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and number 10, Liver Salt, a refreshing relief.
Now, every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is a new EcoBank money emergency number. The *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases, and so much more. Even without data, there is no need for you to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency, Mamabi. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
And I thought you were my *770#.
Yeah, you dial this number first.
Our big stories on the show brought to us by Vodafone. Feather together and latest film, your partner for life.
And the Office of the Registrar of Companies has introduced premium services in response to clients' requests for fast-track services. The Prestige Center offers a bouquet of services including registration of business names, sole proprietorship, companies, professional bodies, updating of businesses from historical database DAPT, re-registration, filing of annual returns and renewal of businesses with the delivery of certificates and profiles in 24 hours. Come and experience a premium class service. Visit the ORC office located at the Registrar General's Department, Accra. Call us on our hotline 0302 666 or 0302 6647 9123. For further information, you can also WhatsApp or Telegram us on 0557653130. Join us on our social media handles at ORC Ghana. ORC, a trusted partner for business.
Now, you're looking for the very best value data and voice offers, Mamavi. Look no further as Vodafone has unbeatable deals made just for you. To enjoy these amazing Vodafone offers, just dial star 530 hash and get onto any of the Vodafone Made For Me bundles. For as little as 1 Ghana cedi, Vodafone Made For Me has got just what you need. This offer is specially made for you. Simply dial star 530 hash or visit my Vodafone app to subscribe. Vodafone, further together.
So you'll be my star 770 hash.
After star 770 hash.
It's the Super Morning Show. We're live right here on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's about human life. The earlier this policy is reversed, this new policy we started June 2023, which is alien to our country. Since independence, we have never had this policy. It's so alien to our country. It must be reversed. The health minister must come and tell us why they introduced this policy.
I will direct that the Ministry of Health and that of Energy should work together to find a lasting solution with regards to our hospitals in relation to their electricity bill. Hospitals are considered to be essential facilities and they should not experience power cut.
A private contractor engaged to provide sanitation. Let's look about when you give him 800 and beneficiaries end up getting 200 or 250. I do not think that that is neat enough or good enough.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
Of late, things no easy, crowd. For my business inside, pressure day from customers. If I make payments, give suppliers, Okada riders, delivery charges, it no easy. Things no they move fast like before, because everything make expensive. The family where they house, see what I they talk. Family where they call, they ask for another money. It no easy. Vodafone Cash be the only thing where they make my ID get to. If I they do transfers for Vodafone Cash, it they save me money. If you they do Vodafone Cash to Vodafone Cash transactions, still no transfer charges dey. Even if I they send money to another network, I they get value.
Make you dial star 110 hash to send money. Sending money from Vodafone Cash to Vodafone Cash still be free. Vodafone.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Baby, are you okay, madam? Everything is fine.
Oh, nice.
Hey, wait, I can hear another heartbeat.
Eh?
Wait, it's 2 more heartbeats.
Auntie Ness, hey babe, what are you saying?
Hey, you're having triplets.
You ready, Lou? Oh my God.
Sir.
Mommy, not today, oh.
Life is great at throwing up unplanned situations, and many of them will revolve around money. Fight financial anxiety, embrace freedom, and the confidence of knowing that you've got it even before you need it. With the Access Bank Visa Platinum Credit Card, you get a disposable income without depending on your salary. Pay for what you need without begging for a loan. Manage your lifestyle on your own terms. It's possible. It's freedom. For more information, visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free 0800 00 4400. Access freedom. Access more. Access Bank. More than banking.
The festival is coming.
What is going on between you and Pamela?
Roverman Productions, in partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, presents the Roverman Festival of Plays. The festival starts on 23rd December with 4 girls, their spell. 24th December, husband material, 7 yards. 25th December, I like what you like. New Year's Day, naked in bed. 2nd January, unhappy wives, confused husbands. 6th January, just the tip. 7th January, naked in bed. 8th January, for girls, their spell. Venue, National Theatre. For tickets, dial *365*535#. WhatsApp 050-554-6010 or visit our regular outlet. Rate 200 Ghana cedis per play and 900 cedis for 6 plays. Time 4 and 8 p.m. each day. Sponsors Gino Tomato Mix, GCB Bank and Ebony Condos. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Yeah, darling.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Wow.
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castnet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Number 1.
Somewhere in June to have hospitals pay their own electricity bills from their internally generated funds. Now, led to lots of controversies yesterday in Parliament. This morning, we're joined by Kwame Sapon-Sedu, who is a CDD Ghana Fellow in Health. Kwame, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston, and good morning to the team, and thanks for having me.
Great. Before we hear from you, let's just listen to what happened in Parliament yesterday concerning that policy that says district hospitals or hospitals should pay their electricity bills.
It's about human life. The earlier this policy is reversed, this new policy we started June 2023, which is alien to our country. Since independence, we have never had this policy. It's so alien to our country. It must be reversed. The health minister must come and tell us why they introduced this policy.
So, Kwame, what's your take on this? Good policy, or you think it's a policy that has to be reversed immediately?
Thanks, Winston. You see, sometimes I struggle when I hear some of these things, and I'll try and be very balanced about this situation. So, what situation are we confronted with? We are confronted with a situation where the ECG is struggling, and as a result of them struggling, our energy security is threatened. And we have seen it with the independent power producers sometimes threatening to take off the lights. So that's the problem, the root cause of the problem. And so what's the solution? The solution is for ECG to break even or at least be profitable. How do you achieve that? It's for everyone to pay their bets and pay realistic tariffs. So I understand from that point what problem we are trying to solve. Now, let's then look at why is the health sector failing to pay its bills? Health is a public service good. And public service goods are not supposed to run after profit. At best, they are supposed to run and break even.
Okay.
But I can understand also that someone sitting there would say, why can private hospitals and quasi-government health facilities like the religious health facilities pay for their electricity and still survive? So why can't the public sector pay? Then the question arises, is the public sector hospitals, are they charging realistic fees? The answer is no. We all know that. So then the cookie starts to crumble because you want them to pay realistic fees, but for even from parliament fees and charges, they are not allowed to charge realistic rates for health. That's one aspect. Then the second aspect is, how do they get paid when they provide health service at these unrealistic fees? They get paid by two ways. It's either the person paying out of pocket because they do not have an insurance policy, or they pay through the National Health Insurance. So that is how they get their money. And it's from this money that they disperse for everything that the health sector does, because that's their inflow of cash. The NHIS funds are not coming. We know the NHIS is indebted to these hospitals. Why is the NHIS funds not coming? It's not coming because since 2017, the same government that's telling these hospitals to pay has capped the funding to NHIS. So the fund doesn't have liquidity to pay these hospitals. Do you see where I'm going, Winston?
Sure.
So the government doesn't, the funds are not coming for the hospitals to be paid. So the government goes to them and says, use your internal generated funds to pay for these. What are some of the internal generated funds? Like provision of dialysis services, like provision of private services to the same Ghanaian, right?
Mm-hmm.
The taxes on the provision of these services are making these services run at a loss. Not long ago, we were all lamenting about the dialysis problem with Kolebu. So is the internal generated funds breaking even? The answer is for most hospitals, no. So therefore, it's becoming clear that the hospitals cannot pay based on their funding inflows for the electricity. So it's not about the policy being a good or bad policy, because the policy aims to resuscitate ECG. But in attempting to resuscitate ECG, we are sending our healthcare facilities into intensive care. Is that what we want to do? And if we are sending our health facilities into intensive care, what does it mean? It means when you go to accident and emergency, if they don't have electricity, they cannot manage you. It means theaters might not be able to operate. And you see, and that is why I say sometimes, just sometimes, I do not even understand how our calculus thinking works and how we disaggregate problems to solve them. I don't think there's any project management strategy when it comes to solving problems, because we do not look at the full paradigm of the problem to see what are the individual pain points that need to be unpicked to solve the problem. So what do we see? The same ECG that is claiming to run at a loss, that we are trying to resuscitate, ends up buying motorcycles for the Ghana Police Service. So the police get the motorcycles, the policeman is trying to police you and I, is riding on these motorcycles, is chasing a criminal, has an accident, gets to the emergency, and there's no electricity. Now who calls up?
So I mean, you've raised several points, and one of those points you've raised, for instance, is whether they can fund this, and also the payment of realistic fees, for instance. So let's look at it from this point of view, first of all, before we get to the other point. So if we increase the fees to realistic fees, would these hospitals then be able to pay their electricity bills from their internally generated funds?
No, they wouldn't. Because, you see, Winston, we would not increase it to realistic fees. Because for you to increase fees in the hospitals, you have to go to Parliament. Because these are statutory fees and charges. Parliament knows. Look at and that's why I used the dialysis as an example, cancer therapy. The things that are not covered by the NHIS, which are the diseases that can bankrupt anyone when they get it. The cancers of this world, the renal failures of this world. Those are what generates the bulk of the internal generated funds for these hospitals. We know, based on all the calculations, that the average Ghanaian, 70 to 80% of Ghanaians at this point in time, should they get renal failure, are shut out even at the current fee rate from accessing dialysis at the required rate of 3 times a week. So if you go and you say you're going to increase for them to pay realistic fees, is the government going to increase wages for the Ghanaian worker? You see, so Winston, we are trying to solve one problem and we are trying to just open a can of worms. And that is so the answer is they wouldn't, even if we went to realistic fees, the first thing they'll do is to break even because they are already in debt. You know that at the last count, Kolebu was in debt of 4 million cedis just at the renal unit.
Yeah.
So if you start paying realistic fees, what do you think would be the rational thing to do? It would be to clear this debt so that they can still be operational. Would that not be the rational thing to do?
Sure.
So then when would you get to pay the ECG? By that time, wouldn't the ECG have cut off your electricity? And would those patients have electricity for the renal unit to run? So don't let us play these chicken and egg situations. We need to get real and say we are solving the problem. First, the government should just uncap the NHIS funds to start with. Let's get some liquidity into the hospitals. And then we can start having a valid conversation. Having the conversation about the minority fund generator of any hospital, which is the internal generated funds, which is the least of their cash cows, is just disingenuous. The bigger cash cow, which is the NHIS, you are holding it by the jugular. You do not want to have that conversation. And you want to have the conversation about drip irrigation, feeding the hospitals drip by drip to keep them surviving. I mean, what sort of governance is this? Who did this to us?
But Kwame, I mean, you also make the point that, so for instance, the private hospitals, they are able to pay. You said that's because they pay realistic charges. Many people today go to private hospitals and would have to pay using insurance. Many of us use private insurance and we go to these private hospitals and we're able to pay. Even with a cap, can't the NHIS pay these hospitals so that some of these revenues could be used in paying the electricity bills?
Look, Winston. Do you know the current cap means less than 20%? Do you know that in 2021, only 6% of receivables got to the NHIS?
Yes.
Are you aware of that?
Yes, you shared that document with me.
It's not me sharing that document. It was in the holistic assessment of the health sector's what do you call it? Scope of works.
Yeah.
It's a statutory government document. So it's not me sharing it. The government knows. The irony, and that's why I said who did this to us. The irony is when the minority then put it out before that report was, the government held a press conference to flatly deny it. You see, it's this disingenuity that for me is at the heart of the whole problem. So let's look at it this way. You've already capped almost 80% of all the funds. So already they can only get just about 20% of the funds. You are paying 6%. So where are they going to find the money? Do you know the amount of money owed even community pharmacies?
Tell me.
So when they said that they were going to go cash and carry because the NHIS wasn't paying them?
Yeah, sure.
Has the situation changed? You see, Winston, and that is why I'm saying that there seems not to be any project management strategy when it comes to solving our health problems. It is just impulsive, reactionary. Yes, we cannot pay. Yes, the ECG needs money. Yes, the independent power producers are backing at us. Okay, what do we do? Hospitals, go and pay. So we have put a plaster and we've papered over the cracks. But there's a bigger problem down the line that is coming. And so much as I wouldn't go down the line of what Honorable Okujetua Blakwa was saying, that the concept of our hospitals paying is alien to our country, it's not happened in 1957. Yes, I would agree with that. But I would say if the hospitals were getting their full complement of funding, this should be part of their budget and they should be able to pay for their electricity. The problem we have is they are not getting the full complement of funding. And as long as they are not getting the full complement of funding, then the government cannot make this claim on them. That is the basis of the problem.
Okay. Well, this morning we're joined by Kwame Sapon-Siedu. We're having a conversation about, that policy that says hospitals should be paying their own electricity bills from their internally generated funds. So, Kwame, I want to get you clearly. The point is that we can only do this if we do certain things right. And we should start from uncapping the national health insurance.
Yes, because that's the biggest, one of the biggest liquidity drivers for these hospitals. So if we want them to be paying their way, then we should make them liquid. Winston, let me ask you, if you have to buy fuel for your car and your employer is not paying you, and your employer then turns around to tell you that, Winston, you have to come to work on time, would you think that is a realistic demand of your employer?
No.
Okay, so how can the government be making that unrealistic demand of our health sector? And we are all sitting down, supine, looking on. You see, that things, like we said, if we are serious about solving this country's problems, we should be able to disaggregate the problems to the point where we can see it from our individual standpoint. If your employer cannot do that to you, and your employer cannot squeeze your earnings to the point that you cannot pay for your electricity at home and therefore cannot iron your clothes, and therefore cannot come to work and sit presentably for people to appreciate your formality, and you wouldn't accept it, why would you accept them to do the same thing so that if you're unwell, you get to the theater and the hospital will tell you, I'm sorry, the theater is shut because we do not have electricity?
Okay. So let's look at it this way. So if not changed, how will this impact the hospitals?
Well, it is clear. The hospitals are clear. You've heard them say, that they would have to shut, especially high energy utilizing services, like the things that operate on heavy equipment, theaters, for example, might be affected. Renal units might be affected. CT scans might be affected. The things that run heavily. And what's that going to do? It's going to push everyone else to go and use those services in the private sector. Is that what we want to do? The private sector's fees are beyond the reach of many.
Well, Kwame, thank you very, very much for joining us. That's Kwame Sapon-Siedu joining us this morning here on the Super Morning Show. That point that look, if we want these hospitals to pay their own electricity bills, then we must do the right thing. First, the fees and charges must be realistic. Secondly, we must also uncap the National Health Insurance Scheme so that releases can be made available to these hospitals on time, and then we can start that conversation. He makes the point that look, today we know that the Kolebu Renal Department was owing some 4 million Ghana cedis, so they decided, for instance, to increase dialysis by 100%. But even that, we came back because people started complaining, and all of a sudden we said, oh no, you can't do that. So if the hospitals are not charging realistic fees, Mama V, Raymond, how will they be able to then pay their electricity bills?
There was also the issue of NHIS indebtedness to these hospitals as well. But I would love for the health minister to tell us, since this directive took effect sometime in June, the effect this has had, the challenges, how much have we been able to resolve? Because there is an issue that we're trying to resolve by this directive. So whether or not we've been able to achieve that, and even the heads of these hospitals also telling us the real challenges that they've had because of the implementation of this directive. It will be good to know.
Now, let's understand this from the beginning. What do we call the kind of healthcare we provide in this country? Are we under obligation to provide healthcare to people and not necessarily make it look like we are taking money from them at the point of service delivery? Is this policy in any way ever going to affect the operations of a hospital that's unable to pay immediately or at any appointed time? If it will affect it, do we care about the lives of the people more than the ability to pay power bills for our various institutions? I mean, all of these things are the factors that I'm expecting Kwekwaji and his people to take into consideration before making said decisions. And I've said before that maybe we look at the big institutions and say, well, Kolebu may be able to pay. Recently, it took the O2 to raise funds for the renovation of certain blocks at the Konfanoti Teaching Hospital. Are we convinced that when we're asking these institutions to actually pay their bills, it will not come to a point where a very important surgery will be happening and the power will have to be curtailed one way or the other? You remember the back and forth between the ECG and the whole regional hospital, or is the district hospital, the Volta regional? So if you had your family member lying on a hospital bed at the time with the condition they find themselves in, with machines on, and those have to be put off because they could not pay for the power that's involved, that is why we try to avoid. So if there's a scheme that can make it possible for them to, and let's not get it wrong, when we say they should charge realistic fees, we are basically saying that they should increase the amount of money they are charging so that sometimes it will be out of reach of the ordinary person, which means that healthcare may not be affordable, which means that we are telling people to go die in the Republic of Ghana. So I mean, it's a complex matter which is not solved by saying pay or not pay. We should understand the factors that went into this decision. But ultimately, until Ghana gets to the point where we believe that these institutions can actually fund some of these things, it makes sense. And I'm saying, let's redirect our cash properly. Money we put into a lot of useless ventures. If it's power
and tax exemptions,
yes, I do not care paying 1% more for NHIL if it is going to make sure at least hospitals are insulated from power, what they call it, payments of this sort. Because on that day that you have an emergency, a very serious one, and the private hospital you have been going to every time, it's not available in the area that you are going to.
Raymond, you may not even be aware of yourself to take yourself to the hospital that you would prefer.
It is the reason why we cannot play with healthcare and its funding. So any form that undermines that particular project ought to be dealt with properly, not just by fiats, and we have solved the problem of power purchasing and all the difficulties connected with that. If we can raise enough money to do so, no problem. But to think that the hospital should be able to raise more money, me, I've been to I've been to some hospital before. It was midnight. I remember, even the laboratory, they told me that if I don't pay, I was holding a card, the NHS card. They told me if I don't pay, there's no way they could do the test for me. late in the night. Then the doctor said, okay, he'll give me some drugs. I went to the pharmacy. The only drug they could give me at the time was paracetamol. There were 4 on the list. That was the day I made a decision that I have to take my own destiny into my own hands. But the entire republic cannot do the same thing. So we cannot pretend that our health system is running perfectly, and this is just another way of making it more efficient. Money is not the most important consideration when it comes to providing health. That's what we should also understand.
Great. And the whole system of insurance is that all of us would contribute so that those who need it most at a time, they would use our funds to take care of them. So why would we contribute and the people who need it the most cannot get it? Today, if you're on a private insurance scheme, and many of these hospitals we talk about, they actually accept private insurance. When you go there, and Raymond, you know, for those of us who are hypertensive, I personally use my health insurance scheme, card, private health insurance, to get drugs every month. And these drugs are more than 400 Ghana cedis. Yeah. That alone, in a month, is about 5,000 Ghana cedis. And you still would run tests. Your regular tests would all be catered for. So if the state insurance cannot cater for these, why do we have it?
You know, the reason why we should all be concerned, all of us, you think you have a private insurance, you're good for you. When you find yourself in an emergency and somebody will have to take you to the nearest hospital, it may not be your preferred hospital.
Great, but you know this season is as good as the food you eat, so celebrate this Christmas with family and friends. Grab a KFC festive bucket at 209 Ghana cedis and enjoy 10 pieces chicken mixture of bone and boneless, 2 fries and 4 bottles of 300 ml of Coke. What's the joy on your face, Mama?
I want food.
Now, KFC is also giving you an opportunity to participate in a 100 buckets giveaway to spread more joy and love this festive season. Be the secret Santa and put a smile on a face by nominating a vulnerable and deserving family on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's a season of enjoying quality meals, spreading love, and making Christmas special with the finger-licking goodness of KFC. Afi. KFC.
This should not just be an LPM. Each time you read it, make sure you give us some chicken.
As in, I, Winston Amoy.
Otherwise,
now, if it is you, what will change? If you are doing good to your compatriots, what will change?
You want to deplete my salary?
Yeah, but listen, we have more Christmas goodies coming your way. This Christmas promises to be the best at Maha Beach Resorts. Book 2 nights and get the 3rd night free with all meals inclusive, starting from a cool 5,100 Ghana cedis for a couple. Packages offer guests free access to all state-of-the-art in-house facilities, and we're talking about the swimming pool, gym, cinema with popcorn, board games, snooker, many more entertaining packages. You also enjoy free airport pickup from Takrady on weekends. The terms and conditions, though. Fun activities include tour of the beautiful facility with a golf cart, splash playground for kids, bouncy castle, bicycle rides, quad bike ride at the beach, horse riding, boat ride, plenty more amazing things you can do. There's also a trip to Nzulezu and other interesting places. So call for reservation now to avoid disappointment. Call 0303 977773 or 050-157-0684 and 0540-124114. Send an email to sm@maharesort.com. Social media, go to Maha Beach Resort and check them out. You can also visit their website, maharesort.com.
Since they have decided not to take me somewhere, I will recommend to you, ladies and gentlemen of the Republic of Ghana, Safari Valley Ecopark is actually introducing the Safari Wildlife Experience by creating an environment that fosters the harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife, such as zebra. Kojo Jansen will make it clear that it's still zebra, the sable, antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara. I'll go with you. Aaron, we are going together, and many others, where everyone can come and experience these majestic creatures at a starting price of 250 Ghana cedi only, and free for children up to 6 years. Only an hour drive from Accra. It opens from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family, and today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, visit safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 0596914394. Safari Valley. Yes, observers are worried, but still, as for this Christmas day, I have to go back to Safari Valley, relax proper,
please
and enjoy myself.
Please do.
Make sure you pick one of those cabins with the private pool.
You see what she's saying.
Well,
and make sure it's facing the forest.
Good morning. Let me say good morning to board chairman Ernesto. yes. Me and Aaron.
Let me tell you about Renault Talent. So, because Renault Ghana Premium Motors Limited wishes you all a Talent Christmas. Yes, turn up the festive vibes and drive into the holidays with flair with the all-new Renault Talent this holiday season. Cruise in style and celebrate the joy of driving. Experience innovation, embrace the magic of 1.0 liter turbo engine. Contact us on 0307079977 or 0307080010 or visit our showroom at Attico Junction on the Dr. Buzia Highway. Follow us on our social media pages on Instagram at Renault GH. Renault Talent, get whatever you want from life.
And you need cash to get whatever you want. So we all know that somebody who is more than just one thing. Take the shoemaker down the street, for instance. He doubles as a shop attendant at the corner store during the day and also plays football with the guys on the park in the evenings. And just like him, we're all more than one thing. That's why APSA provides banking solutions for the many sides of you. So whatever you need, maybe is a Renault Talent that you need, or maybe something different. APSA has the product and services that can help you get it all done. So join APSA to get every kind of banking solution for every kind of you. Visit the nearest APSA branch or apsa.com.gh and get more information.
Now save big this Christmas with fantastic discounts when you buy any appliance from Ideric Limited, the Whirlpool people. Now Whirlpool have premium home appliances ranging from air conditioners, chest freezers, fridges, washing machines, dryers, gas cookers, microwave ovens, and water dispensers, 4K smart LED television, and also many more trusted brands from across the globe. Visit our showroom in off the Osu La Road at Malta, Spinter's Bachona, Kumasi and Hojo Roundabout, Takrady near Market Circle, Tamale, Waterworks Road at Chogu. Times are difficult now, so don't just buy any appliance anywhere. Buy quality and save plenty cash this Christmas. Plus free gifts on powered after sales service is also guaranteed. Rush now or call us on this number 0302 77812628. Now 0243 690034 is also the other option that you get there. Now Ideric Whirlpool still sensing the difference. And the difference.
Great, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Get ready to unbox laughter this holiday season. The 30th edition of the funniest night in Ghana, a night of 1,030 laughs and music.
Join us as we unbox laughter with some of Africa's biggest comedians: Basket Mouth, Obian Ponsa, Cordon, Letty the Comic, Hogan, McDalfo, and Foster Manners, plus live music from Nasi, Abiana, and the very sensational The Greatest Band.
26 December, Boxing Day at the Grand Arena.
Get your tickets now at Charterhouse, Nalem Stores, at 300 Ghana Cedis regular and 500 Ghana Cedis premium, or dial *713*P3*26#.
Book your tables now on 050-1288-520. Proudly brought to you by Savile Row, Yango, Close Up,
Joy FM,
and powered by Charterhouse.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, Then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2024 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Assembly many unit committee members to Abamane, I am Puntu Juma, to Abamane, I am Puntu Juma. December 19th, please prepare yourself to go out there and cast your vote. Omamba Papa, 19th December, fellow pardon, so open red. About to about for war, Yampa Basa, Yanya voters ID card, Utuya Coffee, a bottle wapa, I can Canberra no, Sauyo Bumbapa, got to a banu. About to a many, go to a banu. Is he about to a many, go to a banu. Oh, your mama, sorry, go to a banu. Is he born?
District Assembly elections. Please go and cast your vote.
Daddy, another fella day. A dancing at 10 has been reloaded.
I know, Dada.
Then the vibe is still vibing.
Everyone needs to experience the vibe, and a dancing at 10 reloaded is definitely what you need this December. We are sustaining the vibes in Qatar, Nairobi, Zanzibar, Singapore, South Africa, Malaysia, Philippines, and Rwanda from 20th November at a rate starting from $1,990 per person and $3,950 for a couple. Your flight, accommodation, breakfast, and tours are all sorted. Simply call 0595 500 817 or 0556 310 404 to book now. At Dancy Travels, fuel life's beauty.
What's so tasty, creamy, crunchy, makes you happy when it's near? Munchie, munchie, oh munchie, shortcake biscuit.
Enjoy the unbeatable taste of Munchie Milk Shortcake biscuits, serving you original milky richness for 20 years. Munchie, a rich ankasa. This advert is FDA approved.
A private contractor engaged to provide sanitation. But when you give him 800 and beneficiaries end up getting 200 or 250, I do not think that that is neat enough or good enough.
In a world where challenges abound and opportunities await, there exists a transformative journey that shapes the lives of young individuals, empowering them to reach new heights of personal and collective achievement. This year, the Head of State Award Scheme Ghana will honor a remarkable group of young individuals and adults who have traversed the path of self-discovery, conquering challenges, and embracing growth every step of the way at the National Gold Award Presentation 2023. Under the theme Nurturing Leaders for a Thriving Future, this year's Gold Award ceremony will be hosted by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana and Chief Patron of the award scheme, on 15 December 2023 at the Jubilee House at 5 o'clock p.m. Lead sponsor for the National Gold Award Presentation 2023 is Cap from Ghana Limited and supported by the National Youth Authority, Australian High Commission, and the British High Commission. This event is strictly by invitation.
Linda, you won't believe what I am planning next.
I want to start my postgraduate degree, buy a car, and build my dream home. But you know what's stopping me?
What's that, Mike?
Money, oh. That be my biggest wahala.
Oh, you are sorted, Kra. With a GCB Big Move personal loan promo, you can borrow up to a whopping 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours.
Like seriously? How do I qualify?
Yes, it's available to all GCB salary account holders. Plus, you get a 2-month grace period before you start to pay back.
Susket, I'm opening an account with GCB now.
Get a personal loan of up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate in less than 24 hours. Call 0800-422-422 or visit your nearest GCB branch today to fund your next big move as we celebrate 70 years of greatness. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Coffee in your cup.
Well, so Martin, we're back to this issue again. The issue of, the contracts by Zoomlion, that's the waste management contracts. But most importantly also, the Public Accounts Committees realized that certain equipment that it was supposed to have supplied to the district assemblies have not been supplied. They've therefore directed the non-payment to the company until those those deliveries are made. First, what's your take on the discussions in Parliament? And secondly, why do we keep coming back and forth to this same issue? Why are we just not able to deal with it once and for all, Martin?
Winston, that is the $1 million question. Why can't we deal with it once and for all? And you see, your question comes back to this. This same issue was raised by Dr. Kodna Donko in 2021. You follow Manasseh's writings. He's been on this contract for about 10 years now. So in 2021, Kodna Donko raised this thing. And my understanding is that the Speaker set up a committee to go into it while Zoomlion is fleecing poor workers in Ghana. Now, question is, after that long, the Speaker, this is said the committee should report by February 2022. So the question is that from December 2021, today we are what? December 2023. 2 years on. What has happened to that committee the Speaker set up? So you see that all of this add to the suspicion that the powers that be are in bed with Zoomlion to fleece Ghanaians, to steal from us. I say so because, in 2016, candidate Akufo-Addo said Mahama could not do anything about this contract because he's personally interested, because he had shares, because he was benefiting from that contract. So isn't it a legitimate assumption to make that to the extent that Akufo-Addo has not been able to deal with that contract in 7 years, he is also interested, he's also benefiting from it, especially when you add it to the context that Akufo-Addo and Zoomlion did fumigation contracts over 500 million Ghana when the COVID matter came. Manasseh won this in the recent West Africa Journalist Award on that investigation why Akufo-Addo will ask Zoomlion to do a fumigation contract that Assembly said they could do at far cheaper, and they didn't want Zoomlion to do it, and yet Akufo-Addo insisted, and they did it, and cost us over 500 million needless fumigation. So if you tie it with this, it's legitimate to assume that Akufo-Addo is also benefiting. That's his own words that were playing back to him. He said that if JM couldn't do anything about this Zoomlion contract where workers are paid about 300 cedis when the government is paying him about 800 cedis, then he's interested. So if that contract is still in place today, Akufo-Addo is also interested. He's benefiting from that contract. Simple. His own words. I've added nothing. Added nothing. It's his own words. His own logic.
Now that you've you have reiterated these words from 2016, but let's get back to the issue again. So we know that per the minimum wage, these persons who have been working are supposed to be earning minimum 327 Ghana cedis. In some instances, they are not earning that. Any avenues open to them?
Yes, so they can sue. And in actual fact, some have sued in the past and won. They've won judgments, but they are not finding Zoomlion, this Better Management Ghana, and all those. They are not finding assets to execute the judgment. So, for instance, under our law, when you go to court, that's the civil cases. Once you say it's civil, then most of the time, apart from contempt, jail is out of the question. So if you win, you have to fall on the assets of the person you've won against. So if the person has no assets, then it means for the time being you will not get paid. Maybe you have to keep going to church and praying that the person comes into funds. Then you can execute the judgment in future. So I'm aware of people who have won judgments against Zoomlion for some of this work, and they can't be paid because they are not finding the assets of the companies. You have to find, because of the concept of limited liability, so the company is separate from Joseph Sian, Ejapons that are with him. You need a lot of things that are with him. You need a lot of forensics to be able to come to that conclusion. So you see why effectively Mr. Sian Ejapon himself is being insulated.
But let me just get your view on this, because there's a country that has been touting its decentralization credentials. Today we've established a Ministry of Local Government and Decentralization and Rural Development. That notwithstanding, we're signing contracts in Accra for waste management when the district assemblies should be the ones doing that. We have these contracts, deductions made in Accra. Doesn't that in itself defeat our decentralization process? And shouldn't we be stopping these contracts?
Absolutely, Wilson. Super duper. We should have stopped this a long time ago. I've followed you. I know you doing studies, or you did studies in decentralization, local government. I've heard you espouse these principles. I've heard Dr. Odro Sain. I've heard Callistus Mahama. I mean, people. So over the years, people have made these points. But the point is that because the politicians apparently benefit from this contract, they don't want it decentralized. They want all of it at source. Then they can make the deductions from the assemblies. The assemblies have been crying ad nauseam about some unjustified deductions. That's been made. But the larger majority of the citizens, we don't even understand what's going on. So we're not able to make enough noise. But your point is unassailable. We should have decentralized this long ago. Long ago. I don't know.
Well, Martin, we'll continue with the conversation. Hopefully this time around, and we'll begin to also request the report of the committee. That was supposed to have submitted its report in February 2022, and find out what the recommendations were and whether they've been implemented or not. We're glad you made time to join us this morning.
You're welcome.
Well, so that's Martin Kpebu, who's a private legal practitioner, joining us here on the Super Morning Show.
Super Morning Show.
Our money, our money, our money, our money, our money, our money, our money. Yeah, Sydney.
The common fund, stop the deduction that goes to Zoomlion till the outstanding services are rendered and verified by the assembly.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy.
Thank you very much for staying with us. Keep your text messages coming. Text messages on the Super Morning Show brought to us by GCB Bank PLC, GCB Personal Loan. Make that big move and dream a reality.
GCB, that's your biggest and largest bank in Ghana. GCB is offering salaried account holders personal loans in less than 24 hours to fund that big move. With GCB's Big Move Personal Loan Promotion, you can access up to 400,000 Ghana cedis at a significantly reduced interest rate with a 2-month repayment grace period to meet your urgent financial obligations with a smile. So it's time to make that big move, be it educational fee payments, buying a car, or building your dream home. GCB makes these dreams a reality and life easier for its customers. So let GCB lend you the needed support to make that big move, to take care of those urgent personal needs. Visit any GCB branch or call 0800 422 422. Terms and conditions apply. GCB, your bank for life.
And experience the excellence and global recognition of a British education combined with convenience and affordability at Lancaster University, Ghana. Expand your horizon and elevate your career prospects with a British degree delivered right to your doorstep. Apply now and embark on a transformative educational journey that will shape your future. Admissions are currently open for January 2024 intake. For more information, kindly visit lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us on 0302 218 989 or 0209 607 Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
And the era of fake, counterfeit, and time wasting in installation is over. If you're looking to have easy and fast installation or buying counterfeit cables, if you want to avoid buying counterfeit cables, then here is one that you should pay attention to. Nexans Cable Metal Ghana Limited has launched 2 great innovations on its conduit cables. The new magic features, which is Go Easy and VigiCheck, answers all questions of electricians, homeowners, contractor, and property developers. Having our customers in mind, this innovation, which is Go Easy and VigiCheck, would ensure customers are comfortable and have peace of mind after installation. This one is easy cra. Contact Nexans Cable Metal on 0303 304 102 or 3. Also, you can call 0544 349855 and 053 101 8643. Nexans, we electrify the future. Electricity no gelegi be Nexans Cable Metal Cable de Cariam.
Great. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Are you ready for this? Yeah. Now when I say
Joy 99.7 FM.
Before Ogun, the god of iron, I stand on oath.
By popular demand,
You force West from me again? You big Sarah!
the biggest play in the history of African theater is back.
Odewale!
The gods are not to blame.
We sent you all the way to Ilefe to bring us greetings from Ifa. Alright, we do it, Ifati. Thank you.
Monday 18th Tuesday 19th and Wednesday 20th December at the National Theatre at 7 p.m. each night. Yes, for 3 nights only. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see Olarotimi's classic tale of fate. The gods are not to blame for the last time in 2023 at the National Theatre. Tickets are selling now for only 150 cedis at www.imageprogh.com or dial star 711 star 11 star 25 hash. Supported by Joy FM and proudly brought to you by Image Bureau in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Buy one, get one free. Buy an LED TV and get a free DSTV decoder plus 3 months fully paid subscription. Watch your live football matches for free this festive season. Live sports games, favorite action-packed movies, your favorite African movies, all for free this Christmas at Electromat. Yeah, there is more. DSTV in the air, Electromat in the air. Dash to any Electromat showroom now or call 0552 755 456. Electromat, your world of electronics. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for a university that will prepare you for the challenges of tomorrow? Look no further than Academic City University College. With a focus on innovation and experiential learning, you'll get hands-on experience in your field. Our world-class faculty will guide you every step of the way. And our collaborative approach to learning will prepare you for success in today's global economy. So if you are ready to make your mark on the world, Academic City University College is here to help you succeed. Apply now at our website www.act.edu.gh or call us on 059 403 0308. Academic City University College, educating future-ready leaders.
National Health Insurance.
Great news! The National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) has waived the waiting period for all members aged 70 years and above. All 70 years and above are also exempted from paying a premium. Enrollment and renewal are absolutely free on the NHIS. Members who are 70 years and above can automatically access healthcare when they newly register with the NHIS or renew their membership annually. You are no longer required to serve the 1-month waiting period for late renewals. Dad, mom, grandpa, and grandma, let your old age be filled with good health and access instant healthcare at zero cost on the NHIS today. Download the My NHIS mobile app to register with your Ghana card or visit the nearest NHIS office. Terms and conditions apply. For details, contact the NHIS call center on 054 444 6447 or 0302 746 447. NHIS, your access to quality healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Chalet inside my car, dear drama. Wow! The movie lovers always get some story to share, and the Premier League lovers too, they like complain. Hey, VR, ego over you.
Hey, this one, dear, it's like you're talking about me. The DSTV movie channels always they over me.
Oh, sir, me too. Whenever I want some time to get some work done, I can always trust the DSTV Kids content to keep my children occupied.
This festive season, it go over you even more on DSTV. Sports are sports, movies and so are movies, kids channels are kids channels. And if you happen to be out this festive period, the DSTV stream go meet you there. Dial *759# to reconnect or stay connected and unbox the entertainment this festive season. DSTV, it's your moment.
Ebrason, say ye my lorry akwan so ho bambo hia yen ye pa. Said ye beya ahyenkafo a wode ahyen tumirika hunu ne wane a sekane so kokokura no atwa fa so. Ne dodro na wo bu lorry akwan so mra so. Enko nkotwimfa ya wofo ne ye mofra so. Enko pra won anam enko kum won. Na ye nyina atena nkomu a akwanhye bie ni ho. Webra a police for de we hinta hunani no ehwe bibia. Ye da traffic tech GH a ye fidie fofra etwa mfoni e free Ghana police edumaku no ho edi enamfoni afidie betwa so ebema police fo ehunu won ya wo bu lorry akwan so mra so ne wa ma won asotwen siketua ho tikete hwe lorry akwan so yie #kiao enam Ghana police edumakuo ene National Road Safety Authority for nsa woso so ene de sade wo boy tuja.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
Very much for joining us. Lots of you joining us on X. What are they saying, Mama V?
I am Hammonds says the Fourth Republic is the biggest conduit of state capture, cynical cycle of cronyism. Sadly, the Ghanaian voter hasn't moved on from tribe, religion, or party in selecting their leaders. They love their oppressors as far as they feel they are one of them. At PK AC says the number of contract performance infractions this organization gets away with shows how sick this country is, and ruling governments over the years have been enabling this misbehavior. At Fresh Mail says all these while when Manasseh spoke about this Zoomlion, it was never taken serious. At Yaoville says everything is corruption in civilized systems. The assemblies are responsible for sanitation. In the poor countries, it is contracted to private entities. The money should be given to the assemblies. At Eddie Bamba says in this country, you can do all the evil you want if only you go to the mosque on Friday and church on Sunday and pretend to have the spirit of God. Ani Boy GH says, why can't the state employ these sanitation workers so they earn decent wages? How did we get here? In the past, every MMDA had a waste management department. What kind of wickedness is this? And Ade _ Esiwaju says, this thing has been going on for years. Everyone criticizes the Zoomlion. When they are in opposition, they break bread with him when they come to power. Nanado said same thing when he was in opposition. So these messages posted on X with the hashtag Joy SMS. We have some WhatsApp messages as well. Makospi says it is no longer interesting. We keep on complaining about the same things over and over again in this country, year in, year out. Ms. Amwa, until we change our work ethics, cultivate positive morality and moral values, forget. It is like every single person is after only their pockets. It will collapse on all of us one day. I am tired. Now I'm focusing on my focus. If you could join me for us to brighten our spaces, I am with you. Next year by this time, we will be on the same topics again and again. Makosby, good morning to you. And this one says, please keep me anonymous. I work in a hospital, and somewhere this year, the hospital administrator informed us that the hospital has now been asked to pay its electricity bills. There's not enough money, so they will use our allowance to pay for the light bills. And this is a Catholic hospital in the Eastern region. At Speaky_D says, by now, go and check how much the big bosses who do not even hold brooms are taken. And the very last one, okay, yeah, I think this will be the last message, at least for now. We thank you all for sending your messages on X with the hashtag Joy SMS, and certainly on our WhatsApp number, which is 05511119997. It's your birthday today, Mary Ejay, known as Mimi at Teshi Presby School. Happy birthday to you. God bless your new age. It's from your daughter Na Ofole Noi and her son-in-law Iben Noi.
So Africa World Airlines is thrilled to celebrate 10 years of customer loyalty on their Lagos route, and to join in celebrating this milestone, you can seize the opportunity to book your tickets for as low as $164 one way, taxes included. Head to our website or download our mobile app to secure your seats now and take advantage of this incredible offer. Thank you for continuously choosing Africa World Airlines for all your travel needs. Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
And we've had some good energy this morning on the show, but pay attention to this. Did you know that your energy-giving, great-tasting Lucozade has a new look? Well, we're actually looking at the new look of Lucozade and also tasting it. This is the original Lucozade. Whether you are out and about in the office, in school, or even in a trotro, and you need to restore your energy, look out for the now sleeker, slimmer Lucozade Original 330 ml can with the same energy that you've known for years. Winston can easily carry it.
Oh yeah, this can 330 ml. You know, in the 60s, late 60s and early 70s, there was they brought this bottle, a small one that they used to call Akufado in those days.
Winston.
Oh yes, you don't know about that.
Ancestor.
No, I mean those who know. You know, in those days, but that was not Lucozade. But this can 330 ml. It's a nice one.
All right, so now you know you can go about your day with even more swag as you drink Lucozade from your new sleek can. So go ahead, grab your Lucozade like we have done right now on the show. Discover the same unbeatable energy with every sip. Lucozade, restore your energy, and this advert is FDA approved.
So the season is as good as the food you eat to celebrate this Christmas. And so grab a KFC festive bucket, maybe it's only 209 Ghana cedis, okay? And you get to enjoy 10 pieces chicken, mixture of bone and boneless, 2 large fries, and 4 bottles of 300 ml of Coke, Now, KFC is also giving you an opportunity to participate in 100 bucket giveaways to spread more joy and love this festive season. Be the secret Santa and put a smile on a face by nominating a vulnerable and deserving family on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. It's a season of enjoying quality meals, spreading love, and making Christmas special with the finger-licking goodness of KFC. Afi, KFC, Mama Afi Shapa.
I just got an idea. You can nominate me.
Oh, Mama V. Mama V. Mama V.
Oh, just for chicken la. Listen, the season is all about giving, okay? Giving comes with great discounts, and here's a good destination when you can just get that. It's Electroland. So visit the Electroland showrooms and authorized dealer shops for all your needs in household, electrical, and electronic goods. Wherever you live, there is an Electroland showroom or a dealer's shop close to you. How? Well, look out for Samsung, Media, TCL, and NASCO sign, and you are assured that your search is over. So once you see the sign, like Samsung, Media, TCL, and NASCO, you know that you are either at an Electroland showroom or an Electroland authorized dealer shop. That's where you get good discounts and free gifts on what you buy. For further information, call 0503 159 739 or simply visit the website electrolandgh.com. Electroland, home of luxury and affordable electronics.
Grandma, let me just say good morning to Kweku of Mantle Meals. Yesterday, Kojo Akoto-Boateng promised me lunch. He came for me, so we went to Mantle Meals.
Why are you sharing that with me? Because the lunch was for one.
No, we actually hold on. We actually wanted
Kojo.
We actually wanted to have angwamo with hot pepper and egg.
He's even describing the thing to me.
We ended up having
no way, don't tell
sausage. We ended up having gizzard. We had vegetables.
Fried
and
eggs.
The sausage is the kind of sausage I've never had before. I tell you.
It's like the spicy one,
You should see them. You should see them here. You should see them here. Anyway, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set.
And we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. Call Quick Credit today, 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
Bronya Brenna so discounts are hold war. Mediamico Electoral and Quarter Appliances.
This Christmas, Electoral Ghana presents Double Bronya. Get a free gift when you purchase Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCAR products such as refrigerators, washing machines, television sets, gas cookers, and many more at any Electoral showroom nationwide. Electoral Nama Bronya, yeah, there. Ain't it to Trumika Kwajo, dear? This offer is available while stocks last. For further inquiries, call 0503 159 739. Terms and conditions apply.
What's so tasty, creamy, crunchy, makes you happy when it's near? Munchie, munchie, oh munchie, shortcake biscuits.
Enjoy the unbeatable taste of Munchie Milkshake Kid Biscuits, serving you original milky richness for 20 years. Munchie, a rich ankasa. This advert is FDA approved.
My people, Bronya Bantemo!
Hey, sir!
Yes, Activa Insurance Group is 25 years.
Hooray!
And they are rewarding customers with fantastic prizes in the Activa Bronya Bantem promo. Insure now and win big!
Bronya Bantem Ampa!
Yes, from now till December 15th, win big in the Activa Bronya Bantam promo. Buy or renew your insurance policy and win a weekend vacation, smartphone, TV, and other home appliances. Just dial *713*313# or visit any Activa insurance office nationwide for your insurance policy. This promotion is in partnership with Malcolm and is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Activa Group, 25 years with you and more to come. Activa Insurance, our clients, our passion.
Bronya Brenna so discounts are hold war. Mediamico Electoral and Aquata Appliances.
This Christmas, Electroland Ghana presents Double Bronya. Get a free gift when you purchase Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO products such as refrigerators, washing machines, television sets, gas cookers, and many more at any Electroland showroom nationwide. Electroland Ama Bronya, yeah, there. Ain't it to Trumika Kwajo, dear? This offer is available while stocks last. For further inquiries, call 0503 159 739. Terms and conditions apply.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
People of Cape Coast, I have good news for you. We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast. It is very critical that we do that. An airport makes a lot of sense in Cape Coast.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Anyway, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. Now, they've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It is hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time, and they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks. But you know, around at this time of the year, we know that you're looking forward to what MTN has in store for you. Well, that's because it's the season of surprises on MTN, when you get amazing Christmas gifts for talking, texting, and browsing like you always do. This MTN season of surprises brings with it fun activities and giveaways such as smartphones, shopping vouchers, bonus data for mobile and fiber broadband customers, speed shopping on MTN Pulse, discounts when you buy smartphones, and many other gifts to spice up your festive season. For movie lovers, you also get loads of free movie Mania tickets and special passes to the premiere of Aquaman, courtesy MTN Pulse. Keep an eye on our socials for all the juicy information, because it's the Christmas that keeps giving, only on MTN. Terms and conditions apply. So what would you be doing on the 26th of December 2023? I mean, Boxing Day. Well, get ready for another exciting and memorable time with the family as we bring you another fan-packed edition of the Joy FM Family Party in the Park. Set in the Ebri Botanical Gardens, families will be treated to lots of bonding and fun games such as cooking competitions, treasure hunts, sack racing, dancing competitions, amongst others. And guess what? Kwabna, Efia, Kwampa. Another surprise act will be mounting the stage to electrify the party. And the Daddy's High Life and Beer Corner returns with a bang. Mark the date, 26th December 2023, Ebri Botanical Gardens, 10 a.m. sharp. Tickets are going for a cool 200 Ghana cedis for a family of 6. You can buy your tickets here at the front desk of Joy FM. Make ticket reservations on 0559-691797 or use the short code *714*003*3#. Select party in the pack, opt for the family pack, confirm number of tickets, and wait for the prompt to make payment. It's that simple. The Joy FM Family Party in the Pack is brought to you by Frital Sunflower Oil. Enjoy the goodness in tasty meals. Fortune Rice, always on point, just like Mummy. Enterprise Life, buy family income security plan from Enterprise Life. Enterprise, your advantage. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity. Petrosol, always a delightful experience. Syntex tank, you're strong, you're tough. Safari tissue, wipe clean, last long. Niche Cocoa, taste of Ghana. Kiki drinks, juice up your life. Lesh Fortune, luxuriously perfect. Joy FM Family Party in the Pack, creating memorable family moments.
Joy 99.7
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
As the commander-in-chief in my house, I always ensure that I give my family the best, and this includes their television viewing. That's why we watch GoTV.
If you are a drama queen, just like me, GoTV gives you all the local drama on Aquaba Magic.
And I watch my favorite cartoons on GoTV.
Go! For me, it's all football. GoTV Super Plus in T. I get all the Premier League games as well as La Liga, Serie A, and Europa. Chale, it be too much enjoyment. This festive season, Yenya Jibruta with GoTV, your family's entertainment is sorted. Dial *759# to reconnect today and be part of the excitement. GoTV, love it.
D's Dream World Ghana presents Efia Live. Saturday, 23rd December 2023 at the Accra International Conference Center. This electric concert brings you an unforgettable night featuring a star-studded lineup of Ghanaian artists and thrilling performances. Tickets 200 Ghana cedis ordinary, 350 Ghana cedis VIP, and 500 Ghana cedis VVIP. Dial *714*600# to buy your tickets. Partners: Live Connect, Jeanette Services, and Gingam Entertainment. Media partners: Joy FM FM.
Joy Prime.
For more information, please call 0557 710 000 or 0508 856 200 or 0244 745 302 or visit www.fialive.com.
Bronya Brenna so discounts are hold war. Mediamico Electoral and Court Appliances.
This Christmas, Electoral Ghana presents Double Bronya. Get a free gift when you purchase Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCAR products such as refrigerators, washing machines, television sets, gas cookers, and many more at any Electoral showroom nationwide. Electoral Nama Bronya, yeah, there. Ain't it to Trumika Kwajodie? This offer is available while stocks last. For further inquiries, call 0503 159 739. Terms and conditions apply.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Before Ogun, the god of fire, I stand on oath.
By popular demand,
You force words from me again, you big Sarah.
the biggest play in the history of African theatre is back. The gods are not to blame.
We sent you all the way to Ileife to bring us greetings from Ifa. Alright, we greet Ifa too. Thank you.
Monday 18th, Tuesday 19th, and Wednesday 20th December at the National Theatre at 7 p.m. each night. Yes, for 3 nights only. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see Olarotimi's classic tale of fate. The gods are not to blame, for the last time in 2023 at the National Theatre. Tickets are selling now for only 150 cedis at www.imageprogh.com or dial *711*11*25#. Supported by Joy FM and proudly brought to you by Image Bureau in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre.
Property should be arrested immediately. The contractor, all those working here must be arrested immediately. It doesn't make sense. Look at this. Look at this. And you destroy the road. Without the consent of the road. You destroy the road. The public road. In which country can this be allowed? In which country can this be allowed? In your own country, can anybody do this? It's madness. It's madness. The owner of this property is not bigger than this country. The owner of this property is not bigger than this country. Even the president of the republic, with all the executive powers in his hands, can't do this and won't do this. What kind of indiscipline is this?
We refurbish all those toll booth structures to provide proper and decent washrooms, for instance, for the use by motorists, so that we advise them to desist from the practice that we see at times. You find out or you see cars stopping indiscriminately on the highway and people getting out to as we usually say it, urinating. You see men on the left, women on the right, or at times you see a man, the woman. It's all indecent. It's not a good practice.
President Akufo-Addo started fixing roads in Ghana in a very strong manner from 2017. So at times it's ridiculous that you hear somebody saying we are in 2021, fix roads. You are far behind. You are years and months behind. Those people should double up and follow us.
and know where we are. We have left them behind. When we were being faced from January 2017 with speed, but without sacrificing quality. Hey, 4 or 5 years on, we should fix roads. You are late. You are far behind. Get up and run and catch up with us, because we have gone far.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Mr. Chicky, where your boy, yeah, Chicky, where your boy, yeah, about some boy, but he was a guy that think about you, even if I bet you would say, yo, yeah, me get there, interest of perfect, coach, and we in a trouble, so tap about that. Where are they share? Can I miss yes, my woman, friends with your songs on the way, and you can, I'll bet him, what for y'all, but then it, what, Belgium, and Mama Mika, Nagana Maria, Moya Sha, the Nima, say you're to the Bassa, I want me so quiet, Midrigasa. Master, where you would can, a ban or your will, and you problem with car, and you just also forget. I didn't know what must move to Ubia, what I say, super, a day here, cool. The end of them super baka, who are you? So, Mr. Dr. Boko, Sister Kosia, Akosia, and what year now, oh, diet, Mamma from Sepa, me 3 quarter, number quiet, Nina, 1 hour, Medo, 1 hour.
And before we go, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to our senior Dr. Yao Osafo. So this one says happy birthday to our dada, our senior house master, the drive doctor, and the CEO of Medicus Hospital, Dr. Yao Osafo. We're grateful to God for the love and mercies he showers on you every year. We pray for God's infinite blessings and more cash for you from Nana Sam, Kwesi, Tete Ansan, Kofi Osafo, and the Medicus Hospital family to you. So happy birthday to you, Dr. Yao Osafo, and also happy birthday to you, Mrs. Ajua Nyantechiwa Amo of UEW, from Ernest Amwa, Max Industries, and the children to you. Happy birthday, folks. That'll be all from us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. On behalf of the team, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Winston Amwa. Coming up is the news at 10. Keep listening to Joy on 99.7 FM.